Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Trails Through Daybreak. Pharaoh Fiasco here. In last episode, we started on the intermission. Right now what we're doing, is we're wasting these boost pluses.
Going all in.
Do we have food that cures fear, cures stat down, cures burn? No, we don't have anything that'll... Okay, so she's gonna have to Flaming Prayer. Because we were wasting these additional attacks.
Here goes.
Or these additional S boost parts. Yes. You'll Flare Squall. Resist Blind. Alright. Yeah, we're definitely gonna bully this thing in the next week. You're blinded, but we have food that cures blind, but we're not gonna have her use that. We want this crit.
Boost gauge limit broken.
Now he can chrono drive while she aura breaths. Katra can definitely. Well, let's have him Dagama driver.
Boost gauge limit exceeded.
So that's everybody except for Agnes. Death Needle. Ah! It did get us with delay, it looks like, so that wasn't great. But line this up. That thing is next. Doesn't she have a...
Make it count.
No.
Going all in.
So what if we Dark Grape Candy
Time to go all out.
and then use that for you?
Love me a sugar rush.
His S boost is over. Well,
I'm going.
so that wasn't super great, but you know what? It's all good. We'll re-up on our buffs to make sure that when we do get in there,
Energy output at
we'll be
maximum.
golden. She'll actually just do this, because we're gonna need more S boost charge in order to actually do what we need to do. Wow, that's unfortunate. Yeah. And the stun. Okay, so everybody is actually about to just do this.
Here's our chance.
Might be the fastest way.
Activating skill.
And the CP up. We've got CP up plus now instead of just a regular kind. We might not actually specifically need.
Here's some extra.
Alright, well. Well, this is over. We'll have Fairy go in with that crit.
Boost gauge limit broken.
Then 21,000.
Some arts work energy output.
Yeah.
Boost gauge limit exceeded.
Go ahead and double up on that.
Boost gauge limit
Oh. And what are we at with you? 6,000? Yeah, I think you're cruising for this bruising right here. Well, cleaned that up efficiently. Thank you, sir.
Mission accomplished.
Found Revelation,
Great job,
and now we
guys.
should get one additional hangout point. Some Law in Gray. But we're closer to Chaos 3 than Law 3. And with that, our reward is... Let's do some time with the sisters. There'll be plenty of time for old Dingo, old buddy, old pal. So what are they doing in Edith? Fan! Over here! Hey there. You're both looking well. Same to you. It's good to see you again. She means that, by the way. She's been really desperate to meet up with you. Shahina, huh? Oh, yeah, I hear you've been asked to perform in Trion Tower. You two are really moving up in the world, ain't ya? I suppose. The Tourism Association here in Edith contacted our agency and requested we put on a show there. It sounds like our performance in the Carnal Cavalcade made an impression on them. Yeah, really got your name popping. And I bet they were also blown away by the show we did with Arc-and-Seal and Crossbell. Speaking of which, I want to hear about how that went. But first, we gotta wait for the others to show. Sara! Shahina! Whoa, it's everybody! Welcome to Edith! What's up, you two? It's difficult to believe only a month has passed since we last met. Whoa! Hey, everyone! Plus a new face. You all came to see us? Well, this is a pleasant surprise. Oh? I don't believe we've met. We haven't, though everyone's told me quite a bit about you both. My name is... Kaksha introduced himself to them, and the whole group celebrated their reunion. After that, they all made their way to Old Town. So, this is just party time then. Whoa! That's actually pretty cool. When was the last time something like this would have happened in Old Town, you wonder? Whoa, this is awesome! I can't believe we get to see something like this here in Old Town. Those two are so amazing. Yeah, they're even better than I expected. They've clearly honed their dance routine. I know they just wanted somewhere to practice before the big event, but I feel kind of rude not tipping them for such a damn good performance. Alright. There's nothing like a good bath after dancing. I like this place. It's different from the hammam we have back home, but in a good way. Right? It's our favorite place around here. Oh, and before I forget, I brought you all some shea butter from Tharbad. I hope you like it. Really? Aw, you didn't have to. Thank you. What a lovely gift, Miss Sara. I'd be honored to have some. And I guess her super advanced limbs are fine for this sort of thing. Man, chicks love chatting. They're not getting out of there anytime soon, huh? That's fine. Let him catch up. Why don't we grab some sherbet and kill some time with Kaksha since he's waiting outside? Why does Kaksha continually refuse to bathe with us? I mean, I get it, but... Well, I guess if he grew up in Basel, he's really not used to that sort of thing. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so glad your performance at Arc-and-Seal went great. Yes, we received your letter about it right after the show concluded. I hope you guys didn't mind. We were both so jazzed up about it, I had to tell someone while it was all fresh. I mean, how often do a couple of street dancers like us get to be directed by the fervent dancer, Ilia Platier herself? Not that we were intimidated by them or anything. They might be famous, but we kept up with them in their routine just fine. You'll never get tired of telling everyone all that, do you? It's all you've talked about ever since we got home. Honestly, I don't actually remember the performance much. You guys don't... They've got Orbital recordings now, don't they? You can watch it whenever you want. Yeah, we've got movies. You can see yourself up on the big screen. The silver screen is TV. The big screen. All I remember is the exhilaration once it was all over. It was kind of like I was in a trance. Yeah, I totally get what you're talking about. When you get so absorbed in a performance, everything else vanishes. You could call it a dancer's high. It sounds like it was a really stimulating and fruitful time overall. Absolutely. I wish we could watch you two up on stage now that you've improved so much. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like our schedules are going to line up to see your show today. I'm really sorry. I mean, they already put on a performance in Old Town. How much luckier should we be able to get? Speaking of which, how are we doing on time? You've still got your rehearsal, don't you? You sure it's okay for you to just be hanging around with us? It's fine! I double-checked everything earlier, so we should still be on time. I'm the one managing our schedule this time, so we've got nothing to... They're late. Oh! Oh no! Shahina, what's the matter? We, got a problem. I totally screwed up our schedule! We've only got a half hour before the rehearsal starts! So we've got to book it What? Well, that's not good. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Please don't be mad. It's okay, Shahina. Time flies when you're with friends. I should have been on top of things too. But we should get going. Gotta get to the venue soon. Alright, let's go. I'll bring the truck around. You don't have to, Van. It's okay. I mean, screwing around with public transport, you might be waiting half an hour just for the bus to get here. It'll be faster that way. Whoa, both of them were on it! Knowing the timetables and how long it'll take to get there on foot, you won't make it in time by taking the subway. That is indeed correct. But if you allow Mr. Arkwright to drive you, you'll arrive with even a few moments to spare as long as you take the highway. You should go. I'll keep him informed on the current traffic conditions while he's on the road. What they said. Just go ahead and get your things together. I'll be back in a flash. Alright, thanks a ton, Van! I'm so sorry we have to take off like this, you guys. That's okay. We'll see you two again soon. Van's a great driver. He'll make sure you make it in time. Good luck, you two. Thanks, Agnes. We owe you all one. Sarah and Shahina climbed into Van's pickup truck and made a beeline for the highway. Unfortunately, they didn't make it. Oh, bumper-to-bumper traffic. Traffic at a time like this. I took the shortest route, too. It would appear that construction in the area is the cause. Not to mention the accident on the expressway. Real bad timing there. This is awful! It's too early to give up. Are you guys prepared to make it no matter what? Alright. Van's got some tricks up his sleeve. Yeah, even though we really messed up. We'll do anything to perform our dance for the capital. Then hold on tight. I'm gonna use a back street. Yeah. Oh, where is this? An underground railroad? Are we even allowed to be here? Maybe not, but it's not like anyone else uses it anymore. I know of an exit near Trion Tower. Buckle up, cause I'm about to let her rip. Alright. So we're definitely gonna be down here at some point. And there's probably gonna be an explanation for why it's gonna be monster infested. Whoa, there's another car down here, and there's a couple of hotties in the back. Hell yeah, that thing's got some awesome parts on it. This is our lucky day. There's another car on our tail. Must be some scumbags from the Blacklight District. Well, they ain't gonna catch me. Make them eat our dust. And if they do catch Van, he'll just beat him to a pulp, so. Alright. Alright, 5 minutes till your show starts. I think we're gonna make it in time. Y'all okay back there? I felt like I was in a car chase scene in a movie. My heart's still pounding like crazy. You have our thanks, Van. Had it not been for you, we would have surely been late. We're in your debt once again. Hey, I'm just doing what any of your other fans would do if they were in my place. Anyway, I'm impressed you could handle my crazy driving and laugh about it afterwards. You two are made of sterner stuff. I mean, I won't deny it was a little scary. But we had faith that you would keep us out of harm's way. We'll invite you to one of our performances in the future as thanks. I hope you'll be able to come. Yeah, please do! Looking forward to it already. I'll ask the others if they'd like to tag along too. Alrighty, we're almost there now. Good luck, you two. Thank you! In the end, Van was able to see the two sisters safely to Trion Tower. On his way back to the office, he listened to their performance on the radio, which seemed to be a roaring success. Man.
I just know you and my sis would go great together.
Shahina!
Yeah.
Going to make Van feel awkward.
Tharbad Dual Stars received Dancing Veil. Oh.
What's next?
And now there is nothing else that we can do.
No enemies near.
So let's go ahead and hit Expressway Route 3. Sounds like a fun drive, but once we head out, we're not going to be back for a good long while. Is there anything else I got to do before we call it? There is not. Ooh. Ow! Edith Expressway Route 3. This is so exciting! It feels like we're in that spy movie we saw last month. You really liked that one, didn't you? I'd make fun of you for being a kid about it, but this whole thing's got my interest too. But just how do they plan to establish contact with us? My thoughts exactly. I assume it will involve the in-vehicle Zypha. There they are. Wait, ain't that Maxim Lugan? I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh, it's that smug-ass racer from a while back. Maxim Lugan, the top Z1 race car driver? Yeah! That guy who always seems to be shooting himself in the foot. Fairy? Is she wrong, though? He's calling us? We're Arkwright Solutions. You the guy Bermati wanted us to meet?
That's right. Maxim Lugan here. It's been a while, Spriggan.
So, alright. I did not expect it to be him. I thought it was gonna be the old guy.
I'd like to ask you to do a job for me. Or SPG, as I believe you call him. Now, would it be a problem if we kept this conversation completely off the record?
I doubt there's Zypha tapping just yet. Or at least it's not widespread enough for them to care about what we're talking about. But okay, cool. The Legend of Heroes trails through Daybreak. Wait, we drove on the expressway just to come back here? Alright, well. Whoa! Oh, it's just a dog. Wait, is it? It's a form of cutting-edge technology called an orbital drone. No need to be afraid, he won't bite. If you say so. Monmar, is this a bistro? It looks so cozy. It is. The food served here is wonderful too. And we're lucky enough to get to eat here all the time. It's no secret that holes in the wall like this tend to taste surprisingly good. I should blend in a lot better here than the luxury restaurants I usually frequent.
Hey, what you doing?
Yeah, I wonder will she know, will Yume turn out to be really into race car driving?
There's nobody here?
What'd she do that for?
Got you.
Oh, it's just a child. Just what on earth was that for?
She's full of mischief. She's the granddaughter of this bistro's owner. Go easy on him, Yumes. He's technically a client.
Okay, but you should still take off your glasses. They make you look weird.
Yeah.
Wow, wasn't she a rude little thing?
I mean, it does make it kind of stand out.
I wouldn't be wearing these sunglasses if I had a choice in the matter.
Don't let it get to you. You're the one who landed yourself in this situation, so you kinda did have a choice. Perhaps we should make our way up to the office before we draw a crowd. Yeah, we'll hear your story up there. Alright, I want you to help me find someone. Does he want us to find Judith? Getting right to the point, huh? Tell us more. A woman, to be more specific. As you know, I'm single at the moment. However, there was one woman in the past I was very close to. We did break up after a while. But I later heard that she gave birth to our child. Whoa! That got real quick! Oh, wow! I really couldn't see. The thing I really like about Daybreak is that there's so many side stories, not even the main stuff, because the main stuff has been your usual Falcom fare so far. But there's all these side stories and stuff like that. I couldn't imagine like the previous casts dealing with them. Yeah, you saved the world and stuff, but this guy's talking about his child that was his illegitimate kid. Buzz Raider wasn't kidding about you being a piece of shit, huh? They do say that our heroes are often corrupt. I see there is some truth to that. You're getting it all wrong! Are we? I'm not so sure we are. At least let me explain how it all happened, please. It all began 8 years ago, back when I was 23. Oh, he and I are the same age. Z1 had just started to become a big thing, and I was a rookie racer who was struggling to make it into the big leagues. One day, I was in a major accident during one of my races and was badly injured. Wait, there's no way! I was rushed to the hospital, and it was there we first met. Wait, there is no way! The character I was thinking of has no children. Okay. She devoted her whole being to helping me recover, and thanks to her tireless care and physical therapy, I did. It was a downright miracle. When the time came for me to be discharged from the hospital, I summoned the courage to tell her how I felt, and the two of us started dating. She was both a strong-willed and kind woman, and before I knew it, I was head over heels in love with her. Shouldn't that? I guess he got there eventually, but don't you normally feel that way before you start dating somebody? After I'd begged her enough times, she'd agreed to live with me too. It was a little while after that that I finally returned to racing. Thinking back, those were the happiest days of my life. Wait! That hairstyle! Due in no small part to the support I got from her, I ended up winning my first post-recovery championship. Then I won the following championship. Then the next one after that. Before I knew it, people were treating me like some kind of hero. Is that? There's no way. Everyone wanted my attention. I was out partying one night after another. And, I'm not proud of it, but I had more than a few one-night stands with other women around that time too. Holy crap! This is what I meant, dude. Yeah, he sucks. Big time! Imagine admitting to a whole bunch of people that you want to find the woman that you cheated on incessantly with. He begged her to live with him and then just couldn't stop cheating on her? Then one day, she suddenly disappeared from my life, leaving only a single note behind. Was it sudden? Was it really sudden, Maxim? It was filled with regret from I was filled with regret from my actions, but I didn't know what to say to her. So I just wallowed in self-loathing and let her go. As you should! But 2 years later, I went to visit that same hospital where we first met for a regular checkup, and learned by pure chance that when she'd left me, she'd learned she was pregnant and also left her job. Well, because, I mean, there was a very high likelihood that she would have seen him again, so. I was so shocked that I tried to get a coworker she was close with to give me a way to contact her. But she wouldn't give me a drop of information no matter what I said. I pestered her enough that she told me she'd call the guild if I didn't stay away from her. So you come to us? We're gonna help some stalker out? I think I'd do the same in her position too, honestly. You really are the worst. Ugh. Well, I certainly see why you can't ask the police for help with this. She chose to remove you from her life. Trying to chase her down now would likely just be seen as stalking. Likely just be seen as? Is that not literally what this is? Yeah, if you went to the guild with this, you'd be in for a bad time. Ugh. So that's why when this latest news hit, you decided to come to us. That's right. You might not believe me, but I've changed a lot since then. I do still go out partying, but I've always kept myself in check. I swear that on Adios's name. I've actually been using a lot of my free time over the past few years traveling around in hopes of finding her and our child. Man, we know, okay, this is a video game, so we know Maxim is ultimately now on the, wait, a couple of chapters ago, didn't somebody trick us into stalking somebody? We've already been around this mulberry bush. Make that 4 years, in fact. Wow. That is quite a lot of time. Still, even if you aren't actually dating Lanster, it just sounds like you were happy to get to know her a bit better, if you catch my drift. The women collectively? She just asked me out for a meal and I accepted. Really, there wasn't anything more to it than that. We'd never interacted much before that, so I didn't have a clue why she invited me, and I certainly had no intentions of crossing any lines with her. Besides, what man in my position wouldn't be at least a little tempted if such a beautiful woman made a move on him? And here come the excuses. I'd bet Mira that if this ex of yours saw that Buzz Raider story, she'd start shaking her head.
You're right. Perhaps that should have been enough to sever the last sliver of hope remaining for me. If there was ever any hope at all.
Man, you really should have just let it go.
As long as I still have a chance, please, I'm begging you. I need your help.
My question is, why does he think he's got a chance? Like, she left him with a single note, quit her job, told him to stop contacting her or she'd contact the guild. What part of these 3 things makes him think that spending almost a decade looking for her was a good, or half a decade looking for her is a good idea? Alright, man. Well, nothing we've heard so far tells me you didn't bring this all on yourself. Not a bit of it. But I still think it qualifies as a 4S PG based on Van's guidelines. Indeed, it's a request that can't be taken to the guild or the police while still being within reason. For a certain stretch of reason. Van... So, what's her name? Do you have any photos of her? Sorry, but I can't tell you her name just yet. What? I really hope it's not. Okay, at first I was like, it's her. But then I'm like, wait, it can't be her. But now I'm like, it might be her, and I'm really hoping it's not her. I know you've saved me before, but I'm still not fully sure I can trust you. I don't want to cause any more trouble for her or our child than I already have. Oh? Not sure you should be making demands when you've got nowhere else to go. Perhaps, though I do understand his intent. You can never be too careful. What are we going to be using to find them then? Well, we'll at least want a photograph. That would give us some options in searching. Not the first time we've had a photograph of a long-lost family member, for a certain definition of family. Unfortunately, I don't have any. What? Do you have anything for us to go on? That's part of the reason why I've been reduced to wandering around searching for them myself. But it only occurred to me recently that there is one picture I took with her still in existence. I just don't have it. Before we moved in together, we went to Dirk Memorial Park on a date. While we were there, we participated in a special event in an area of the park that's now been closed off due to monsters. Okay, a part that we couldn't get to. So what, is there like a lover's peak or something like there? Something there? The picture's in a time capsule we buried in front of the memorial tree there. I want you to come and help me dig it up. Okay. There's really only one person it could be, and it's a total shame. Well... Oh, that was a little janky, but don't worry about it. This really does look like a nice little bistro. The stew and the hamburg steaks are my favorites. The food they serve with alcohol isn't half bad either. They know it pairs perfectly with Baiju. Figures you'd go right for the hard drinks. Ugh, you're making me want to stop by once we're done at the park. No, I can't. I'd just attract attention and cause them trouble. You're worrying yourself over nothing if you ask me. They also do takeout if that's more to your liking. We can vouch for those too. Their sandwiches are always first rate. Dang, now I really want a sandwich myself. I'm gonna go get some, well, that's neither here nor there.
Aw, work must be super busy for them, huh?
Are they already off on another job?
Yeah, they drove off with some weird guy with blonde hair.
You're so silly, Yume. Well, are you ready to go?
Yep! Yay! I get to go shopping with Mommy.
You know what? A second candidate may have just presented herself. But if it's that second candidate, Maxim's in for it 10 times worse than Van ever could be. I'll tell you her name once we get the photo. Sorry, but that's the best way for me to make sure you guys are good in my book. Don't worry about it. That street might just go both ways. Huh? If we get our hands on that photo, we might be able to use the net to really narrow things down. I'm sure Rosette would know the specifics more than me. Right. We should be able to search for the woman in question using city data and license information. I doubt we're going to need it. There are a plethora of legal avenues we can take to identify her if we look hard enough. Really now, how the times have changed. How they have indeed! Just so you know, we're not going to cross any lines that aren't meant to be crossed. And even if we do locate her, there's a chance we might not tell you. Right? Like, what if we go to her and she's like, yeah, don't tell that dude where I'm at? We'd be like, you know what? Very fair. What? Why not? Dude, you have given us literally no, even in your own story, she doesn't want you around. Like, there's really no reason for us to be doing this. Well, this is just an example, but it's possible she might have gotten married. That's not even the top list of reasons why we might not tell her, why we might not tell him. The top one is she doesn't want us to. In that situation, telling you her contact info might be, it would, he would immediately get to home wrecking. It'll come down to their situation and my judgment. And regardless of how things go, I'll be collecting payment. That's ridiculous! No, I suppose that makes perfect sense. I see. So she might have gotten married. That really is not the most pressing issue here. What? You really thought she'd still be single? If she's as wonderful as you say, I'm sure she must have a lot of admirers. Yeah, sure, right. If anything, it'd make more sense for her to be married. Don't tell me I'm too late. We're just talking possibilities. Well, if that turns out to be the case, then I swear I'll give up then and there. And I will, of course, pay for your services, so please help me. Alright, then let's put together a plan. All we gotta do is bust up whatever monster is standing over their time capsule, then confirm it's the person who I'm thinking of, which, oh my gosh, Dirk Memorial Park. Adios, it's an Adiosen, because I was genuinely worried. Well, if it isn't Arkwright Solutions at it again. Back on official business today? What can I say? Another day, another mirror. Basically, we need to get into the sealed off part of the park to sort something out for our client. Think you can help us out? You must mean the forest. No matter how often we clear it of monsters, they always have a way of reappearing. The closure was only ever intended to be temporary, but it's stayed like that for 5 years now. Regardless, I'm sure you guys will be fine. Go ahead and take this. Man, that's a lot of power that he's got. What if we go in there and all die? Much obliged. We'll make sure to give it back on our way out. I don't believe you, Van. Very smooth, ignoring the official part of that ranger's question. This doesn't feel entirely ethical to me. Huh? I don't get it. What's the big deal? Oh, I completely missed that too. The ranger thinks that we're here on something official. You're as underhanded as ever. Oh well, at least now we can get in and retrieve that photo. Sure, if there's anything left of it still to be found, that is. The sealed-off forest in question appears to be to the left, We should make our way over. Maxim is now accompanying the party. Yes. 100% A-okay. Uh-oh. But that's extremely intriguing. Let's... Since we just used them, switch these guys in. Dirk Memorial Park Forest area. Whoa! This path is so pretty! The autumn leaves look beautiful. The cosmos seem to be at their peak too. Yes, it almost feels like a waste to keep it sealed off. And that would be why. That thing is huge. Monsters? But there weren't any here 7 years ago. We're gonna have more than just those little ones to deal with too. What? Warning, warning, large enemy presence detected. Well, that doesn't sound good. That must mean, that must be where the monster that rules this area is. Van, I was thinking the same thing. This might be our perfect chance. If we must, we at least need to make sure we're ready first. What will you do, Mr. Lugan? I suspect it will be safer for you to wait here at the entrance. No, he's got to risk it all too for this. I could never do that. This memory means the world to me. I can't just leave it to you to recover it. I'm confident in my reflexes and agility, if nothing else, so please let me come with you. Works for me. I think you'll be fine. Just keep hold of this for me, would you? A shovel? The shovel for digging up the capsule? Okay, sure. Use it if you gotta defend yourself, but don't be reckless. Stay behind us. It's just a precaution, though. Leave all the monsters to us. So we will save, and then we'll make our way over. Gotta get to getting to it.
This place is just how I remember it. I call this area Sunstream Grove. She and I used to go on strolls here.
Sunstream Grove is a pretty name. But I wonder what was different here 7 years ago. Nope.
Now we're talking. That one looks tough.
So this is what we were after. Ooh. Grants arts up medium when HP is low. Might be good for Kakshra. And normally what I do...
Enemies sighted. Be careful.
I didn't do it the last time, but we will be...
This pond brings back so many memories. I used to come by and count all the red fish. On one occasion, I nearly fell into the water. But she grabbed my arm and pulled me close, and... well, then...
You mind saving the reminiscing for later? We're kind of trying to fight monsters here.
Be sure to keep your distance.
What? But Van, I wanted to hear that. Oh, well. Oh, those things actually... No, okay, I was about to say those things aren't as big as I thought they would be, but that is only because... Oh, this place is actually pretty expansive. But that's only because they're the baby versions of these ones. But yeah, the pieces...
Ah, that gazebo. This is where we'd stop to have lunch. She'd get up early just to fix mine, and let me tell you, her lunches were the greatest in all the...
Here we go again.
If he doesn't stop within the next 5 seconds, I'm gonna rip his tongue out.
Proceed with caution.
Let my boy live. Let my boy relive the memories, the good times, before he jacks everything up. I'm still not entirely like this. It's very funny to me that we agreed to this,
Located.
but we did get thousands upon thousands of Sepith out of it, so can't hate on it too much. What is
There used to be an enormous flower bed here. She told me she thought it was very pretty. That's when I said to her, there's only one flower here that's caught my eye. And that's you, baby.
Aww.
That line is so cheesy, it almost hurts. But I kind of wish someone would say that to me.
It is certainly devoid of any subtlety, but it is also quite honest.
Huh. Yes, corny one-liners can be good sometimes. Go figure.
I mean, when you're expressing yourself honestly to the person that you love, even the corniest stuff can be slightly less corny. I like it. I think that even though it's very weird we're doing this in the first place, his honest affection for her is endearing.
Treasure located.
Celestial Balm EX. Ooh. I need to, because we don't have very much revival stuff in the first place. We are topped off on our S boosting, though. And so are we going to get one more here, or? No? No more reminiscing? Aw. And these, what are those? They look like a combination of stone and wood.
This looks like a good spot to rest.
Should we? Let's see. Okay, let's start.
Modifying your orbment target.
Maximizing our thing. Wait, this is wrong. Custom, that's what I wanted. Van has one spot left. 960. We can do this for 2 people and 2 people only. We won't worry about people who aren't actively in our party at the moment. Go ahead and power her up. Then power him up. Okay. That for right now. Fairy, yeah, let's throw Fairy a bone. Or multiple, I guess. Soul Expanse. And what do we actually want to put
Switching to
in
maintenance
these
mode.
spots? A defense 3,
Skill set
sure.
updated.
And then with that, Revelation increases arts range by 1. Oh, yes, please.
Don't worry, Citri's got your back.
That's nice. And then we'll give her. Gain stealth effect for 1 turn when HP is low. That's alright.
Skills altered.
Okay. So there. Oh, and we have to make sure, because wasn't, I think one of the problems that I was having.
Activating maintenance mode.
Okay, he's got Lock Crest. Yes, Aura Breath. We need to change. Wait, what? Why can I not? Oh my gosh. Okay. What was it? Was it? Okay, no, that's buying plugins. They've got everything set so separately. All right, we need to change this to Aura Breath. Because this other thing was straight trash. Wait, what is, Chrono Drive and Aethelus. We've got Aura Breath. Okay, we've got La Forte. So we'll attack up. She'll speed up. And he can heal. Okay, so yes, I just wanted to make sure we had the proper spread of support options with this setup as well. And now, the fight, we can take it to whatever's here.
Tree! I think that's it.
Aw! There it is! That's the tree! I'm sure of it! So majestic. Is the capsule buried beneath that stone then? So, what? There's some monument for brain-dead lovebirds? How dare you! It is under that monument, but still! What's that sound? Is this gonna be a giant spider? Get back, champ! Yeah, the first monster we saw was a giant spider. What is that? A giant spider? Solemn Slaughterer Spider, Lagrantula. One giant spider and 6 smaller ones. I suspect they'll be a force to be reckoned with. Van, yes. I have the Genesis right here. There's no need to hold back against it. Just wear it down some and leave the rest to me. Fine by me, leave it to us. Oh, Alright, so he'll open up with this.
Now it's my turn.
She'll
A chance for
hit the chrono drive.
You'll pay for that.
La Forte. And he will be aura breathing. Amazing raid. Oh!
Forgive me.
Well, alright then. Let me go ahead
I'll take you on.
and grind a bit, actually. 1 second. Alright. So, we're all now level 50. And I forgot about the thing that gives us, I forgot about the thing that gives us, what is it, oh my gosh, the name's not coming to me. But it's those bonuses that we get for hitting certain thresholds, which are much, wait, what? What happened to her chrono drive? Oh, chrono break comes up here. Okay. So yes, so I got a whole bunch of bonuses, and now we're going to be able to utilize those.
Bring it on.
He's got Chrono Drive and Celestial. Here's KO, but for everybody. That's why it's so freaking expensive. Uh-oh. That boost plus, which I did not realize was coming, and so was completely wasted. Nobody can actually do anything. So we're all sped up, which is excellent. Amazing raid. Didn't kill us all instantly. Always nice.
Well, this sucks.
Use a shark boost.
He does have a crit coming up.
The body's starting to feel heavy.
Not going to lie, we might be
Vital slow.
hosed
I'm not doing so well.
already.
There.
Unless Van
Got a
can...
whole slew of them.
Full boost. Go all out.
Okay, so this will get us most of
For the
them.
main event.
Boost
Here
gauge
goes.
limiter unlocked.
Yeah, we're gonna eat some deaths here.
All out.
Great.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Uh-oh. But I think this is just us getting supremely... Oh, check that out.
Now it's my turn.
Okay, because that was just us getting supremely unlucky, I want to say.
I need to rest somewhere ASAP.
I think next up should be...
Could really use it.
We'll use our other relaxant on... Aaron.
I need to lay off a little.
But yes, us all getting paralyzed right there was so bad.
I'll crush them all at once. I'll crush them all at once.
Alright, this is as many as we can get.
Boost gauge enhanced.
So at the very least, we bought ourselves a little bit of time.
Boost gauge enhanced.
Just couldn't kill him, could ya?
This is dangerous.
Alright. You shall...
Some arts work better. Please, don't strain yourself.
How fast can we... We can't aura breath quickly enough.
Stand your ground.
Should we chance it? Yeah, because all of them have pretty sizable HP pools. Whoa!
I'll take that.
I can't believe we got out of that without dying! Gooey bullet.
Engaging shield.
Oh well, it worked out, so why not?
I won't let this chance slip by.
Okay, she's maxed out. And no longer...
Keep your guard up.
Let's have her chrono break them
Initiating
again.
drive.
And he'll actually re-up on
Initiating
our
drive.
La Fortes.
Engaging shield.
Blood breath. Still ate that for breakfast. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Here goes.
His aura breath is a lot freaking weaker.
Activating
So there's always that, but It's better than not having it, that's for sure.
Here's our chance.
Alright, you shall... Let's Flame Squall.
Initializing drive.
Dispatching shield.
We've gotten, I think we have both a Cast 3 and Action 3 on him. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Everyone.
Initializing drive.
So this will get us where we need to get to that way.
Go time.
Alright. Heal. I think what's up, what's in order is a Curia Balm. Yeah.
There. Thanks.
Okay.
This is dangerous.
And we got all of them this way.
Boost gauge limit exceeded.
This is dangerous.
And then yet another. He's next up, so
Boost gauge
it's gonna
limit
be bad. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
What a way to
Saw that coming.
Well, this sucks.
This is what we gave him Celestial for, and he's next? Well, alright. Now watch this heal a piddly amount. Whoa!
I won't hold back.
So that's a get out of jail free card then. Alright.
Initiating drive.
Can only do it once, but that is exactly what we were after. Now we can all re-up on our buffs. And then as soon as Van Chrono drives... Is that not... I don't think that's affecting it. And that's what I hated about Chrono Break in the previous games. You could speed yourself up, but you could not speed any significant enemies down.
Pay for that.
Activating drive.
Alright.
Here goes.
Yeah. We're going to now have to... Well, we gotta build our... Uh-oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Activating skill.
Sucker.
Spider Pride. And it healed 10k. That always sucks.
Down. Have some more.
We got the stun off and we have the boost and everything, but
Here's our chance.
0 arts. In that case, what about a Flare Squall?
A chance.
Full boost. Go all out.
Already boosted up,
Make it count.
Activating skill.
Gotcha.
and nobody is anywhere close to... Oh, but we can have, He's got a nice little skill that we're wanting to make use of here. Wait, what? It's not dead yet! Really? A random monster? Ah, how is it still moving? Get back behind us! Van, are you ready? Oh, right. Yeah, I'm counting on you guys. I completely forgot this was the plan. I was locked in. Right. Start the recording, Theo. I'll back you up however I can. Please be careful, Van. Oh. Okay, slick with it. What in Adios' name is he doing? He's getting that 1v1 in. Why are you all just standing there? There's no way he can take much more of this. We know that. Just shut up and watch. Mr. Arkwright will be just fine. We believe in him. Oh, Goddess above, please keep him safe. Now. This is it. Please, a phase space expansion confirmed. So Van has to be in mortal peril. And here we are. We're inside too? But not Maxim. Okay. Save for Mr. Lugan, it would seem. Perhaps it's like the combat links used in the Empire? Or an application of the SCLM system? I was actually wondering how they were going to explain all of this to him, but I forgot about the whole time freeze thing.
You call and I answer. What's going on?
Ah, you fell right into our trap. Mare! She finally shows up. She really is cute. A hologram? No, it's more like our collective unconscious is being hacked through spiritual resonance. And he learned all about that at the Basel Institute of Science, huh? Indeed, she appears to be an AI powerful enough to perform the vast calculations that would require. You've saved us from a lot of close calls in the past, but I guess it's our first chance to have a proper talk. Just what are you, Mare Bear? Why do you have a sense of self like this?
Will you stop calling me that? Besides, you know who I am.
Well, we know what you're supposed to be.
I'm your one-of-a-kind, fantabulous hollow mare. Model MKESV004.
We're probably gonna find out what all of that stands for before too long.
I'm being gracious enough to lend you a helping hand as a under the influence of the...
Well, a little too early for us to learn that, I guess. Wait, what? There was nothing to stop us hearing what she said, but even then I couldn't comprehend it. Indeed. I remember reading about this phenomenon in the reports from Crossbell and the Empire. Yeah, this is not our first time encountering something like that.
This is so annoying. What's this? Are you recording what's happening here?
Is she about to say that's not allowed? That's right. We prefer not to not have to go through all this every time we want to see you. So we were hoping there was a way to recreate the process and better control the Grendel without deliberately exposing Van to danger.
I see. You humans do think of some fascinating ideas. Even if your methods are a little primitive.
Primitive. Interesting choice of word. Fighting words for a fun-sized pipsqueak.
You watch your mouth, redhead.
Please, this is no time for fighting. So, you can do it, right? Please, Miss Mare, we need your help.
And now we've tacked on Miss? Well, whatever. Just be careful. Using it too much will cause...
Probably something about this nightmare that Van is supposed to be bearing.
As long as you're mindful of that, go ahead and decipher the recreation process from your logs later.
Right. Understood. Except we really didn't understand what the danger inherent to this is, but you know what? That's never stopped humanity before.
Well then, Van. Will you bear the nightmare, or not?
I will.
Yeah. Whoa, what's all this?
I'll bear it. These fragile chains guide me to this realm, where I am now made manifest. I am both the nightmare and the beast that devours it!
Darkness Forging Armored Demon Grendel Alter. Why did we level up? We're like greenish now, I think? Right, for...
Stay back, please!
You did it!
Van!
The greenish tint was just the... No, we definitely have a bit of a color difference here. Doesn't look like we learned anything new, though. Double res down.
Right now.
Limited blaster. A+. But no, we'll just be hitting that rapid onslaught. Alright. Buff everybody's. And Chrono Break. I'm actually probably going to take Chrono Break off of her, because, like, if we can't Chrono Break the big bosses, what's the point? So Rosette will just be getting in there and tearing it up like she was before. Gooey bullet. Nope.
That's far enough.
And one La Forte, just like the doctor ordered.
We'll take that.
Ooh, 0 doesn't do anything for us here, but...
Don't hold back, Dan.
Make it count.
Oh, wait, what?
Let's party!
Oh, we don't have enough. I'm like, wait, why can't we do it? But that's why we can't do it. All good. We'll get there before too much longer. Spider Pride. Already healing himself. That sucks.
Now's your chance.
He can actually flame squall a bit.
One skill, right
As
up.
all our frontliners get to frontlining.
Take over!
Activating skill.
Dang, we just barely didn't... Whoa! I was about to say we just barely didn't make it, but this should actually give us the 100, shouldn't it? Yes! Alright! And I want it to be our first move.
Don't hold back, Dan.
Howling Roar. No, that's wrong.
Make it count.
Regal Beatdown. Oh, Regal Beatdown always comes last, I guess. That's fine.
Boost age limiter removed.
I'm going.
You are going. Let's get right back in there with this.
Activating skill.
Yeah, we got a nice little rhythm going. Definitely not going to be able to hit 100 again before his next thing, but it will crit at least. Oh, whoops! I forgot to boost up. Alright, that sucks. Gonna need a bit of a heal, but it's all good. One
Now's your
aura
chance
breath
to
for the
finish
team.
the drive.
I'll take that.
Here I go.
Uh-oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Blood breath.
I'll be sorry for that.
We should be able to get there after this next one. But we're gonna beat the brakes off this thing. Yeah, we didn't even need it. Alright. Azure. Achievements, that's what they were. We did a whole bunch of the in-game achievements and we got all those bonuses. Van! Are you okay? Yeah, I'm exhausted, but I'm not hurting. Too much of a workout for the old bones, huh? Shut up. So, did it work? Yeah, it looks like I recorded everything just fine. We can work on analyzing it as soon as we get back. Just what are you? We'll keep quiet about your business, so we'd sure appreciate it if you keep quiet about ours. Anyway, there's nothing in the way now, so how about we get to treasure hunting? Right, I'll get right on that. So, is it going to turn out to be who we think it is? We left him to do it, yeah. He already saw it. Whoa, he's getting super muddy. But we already put in a whole lot of work ourselves, so it only makes sense to leave that to him. This isn't it. Not here either. Here it is! Found it! Oh, hey. It looks to have been made of a corrosion-resistant alloy. There's Maxim's name, too. Yup, Maxim and P. Alright. But then the one below it...
I finally found it. Wow. I look so young in this picture.
I don't think I look that much different than I did 8 years ago, but...
There she is right with me. I could never forget her face.
Exactly who I thought it was. That has to be... You've gotta be kidding me.
What? What is it? Why are you all reacting like that?
Because you've already met your daughter, dude. What are the odds of this? Well, I mean, yeah. But everything we've been told about the woman in question does match. Well, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I've talked to Paulette about as much as I've talked to every other NPC, so she's probably mentioned a lot of her history before now. Yeah, even down to Yum's age.
Wait. You don't all happen to know Paulette, do you?
Know her? We were literally just there with her. You too.
Don't just go silent on me. Say something.
Whew. Dodged a bullet there. The Legend of Heroes trails through Daybreak. But it's interesting because the artist who does the character art for the characters in this game is not the same one. Like, they've got the Reverie art style. You think, so that's very curious to me. Why they got the person who did the previous game's illustrations to do this, do that photo, rather than the person doing it this time around.
All done? Well, aren't you such a good girl, Yume?
Yeah, he is not gonna like to see
Yume. So that's her name.
Oh, he's gonna stay away? Come to think of it, your eyes are the same color as hers. That doesn't stand out to me either, because everybody in this game has rainbow color eyes. Would have been a better twist if she was someone else's kid. I mean, this is very random. I was not expecting for this to even be a thing when the intermission started.
No, it would not.
I hope we did the right thing by telling him where she lives. I have my doubts too, but it's not as though she's married. Again, that's really not the most pressing issue. And I'm not sure how we could have talked our way out of telling him after our reactions earlier. That's true. I mean, it was obvious we were personally aware of who she was. I can't believe the diva of the diner used to date this guy.
Well, sorry for not living up to your standards. I really do appreciate your help finding her, though. But where is Paulette? I don't recall seeing her earlier, either.
She went out shopping or something, didn't she? Maybe buying extra stuff? Sounds about right at this time of day. Theo's helping her, but I'm sure she still needs to go out herself sometimes. Wait, wasn't Theo with us? What the heck is... How did that happen?
Oh, you'd be surprised just how much of a help that little one has been.
Oh. Paulette! How long have you been standing there?
Huh. I was just over at Brenda's store buying some extra seasonings. Oh.
Yeah, she knows exactly who that is.
Hey, it's, I don't really know what I'm doing.
Dude's going for it, huh?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Ah, do we have ourselves a new customer?
Oh, she's acting like she doesn't know him, which is fair enough. Oh.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Paulette, an employee at this bistro.
She really does it! Oh, shattered dude's whole world!
So, you must be a friend of Van's?
Rest in peace. Her reaction comes as no surprise, of course. She hasn't seen this dude in 8 years. That's very true.
Yeah, you could say that. Sorry. It looks like I mistook you for someone else. I suppose I should get out of your hair now. I'll wire you your mirror as soon as I get a chance.
Maxim! Sorry to burst your bubble when you're trying to play it cool, but you leaving your Leno here?
I can see you've had quite the busy day. It's almost time to close up shop for the day, but if you haven't eaten yet, you're welcome to come in for something.
Are you sure about that?
Of course. Monmar's doors are open to anyone and everyone.
Oh, she's so kind.
You're all welcome to come in too, of course. I'll go hop in the kitchen.
Right, at first, because my very first instinct was like, is that Cecile? And then it was like, wait, that doesn't make sense for so many reasons. November 6th, or November 9th, 6:20 p.m.
This food tastes so good. And yet strangely salty.
Yeah, but whose fault is that, right? Okay, she did recognize him. I was right, obviously.
Huh? What is it?
Well, nothing, but...
Hey, what you crying for, mister?
Oh, she really didn't? He's in for a long ride if that's anything to go by. There might be a light at the end of the tunnel for him, though. Even if he will have to keep proving his sincerity to earn it. True, but if he can, I'm sure everything will work out for the best. Alright then, that's another job well done. I bet he earns a boatload, so we better get ready to pay up. And you know, no matter how damn good a race car driver he is, I'm not so sure I want to accept him as Yume's dad. It doesn't hurt to be happy for people, Van. I might be with him here. I've only just met Paulette, but I can tell she's a lovely woman who deserves only the best. Right, and this dude was cheating on her like crazy. All the regulars downstairs love her too. I've been in her debt for years myself. Still, I can't imagine it'll be easy for him to get back into her good graces, so I'll just sit back and watch smugly till he does. Yeah, he should suffer a little for all he's done. He's really gonna have his work cut out if he wants the old man and the kid to welcome into their lives too. I think you all need to be a little more forgiving of others. I think you're being a little too forgiving. Changing the subject, however, we certainly had some interesting developments on another front, didn't we? Did we ever? Even if it feels like the number of questions that need answering has only increased. Well, we've had dinner and we still got plenty of time left before we need to call it a day. You mind getting to work, Katra? Not at all. This is our time to shine. Well, what do we got? Yeah, I think this should be enough data to narrow down the triggers for making Mare appear. So, the only common denominators have been Van, the presence of a Genesis, and Van's life being in mortal peril. If you'll give me a hand, I should be able to have the job done by tonight even. I would be delighted to. I have a wireless network set up already, so that should help. You've been getting yourselves all set up here while I wasn't looking, huh? I think that's a good thing. We can't rely on Ren for every little thing after all. Just don't expect me to work as fast as she does. I don't think I have that in me. The infamous Kitty is extraordinarily capable as a hacker. No ordinary operator could hope to compare. All of you might as well be using some kind of magic to me. As long as they're willing to do all that work, I'm not even gonna think about it. Just leave the tech to the pros. So, do you think you'll be able to turn into the Grendel without putting yourself in mortal danger? In theory, it should be possible. It looks like Agnes being in the vicinity with at least one Genesis is a mandatory condition, though. Okay, so Agnes is some type of catalyst as well. So far, you've constantly been putting yourself in serious danger just to transform and help us win. So I sincerely hope there's some way for you to transform without having to resort to that. And we should be conscious of what Mare said about not relying on the Grendel too much. We've used it, what, half a dozen times in several months? We'll all do what we can to support you so that you don't have to. I won't let you always shoulder most of the burden yourself. I won't either. I'm going to keep getting stronger so I can help more. I don't actually care how much danger you have to put yourself in, but I'm not down to have you always steal our thunder. As the concierge assigned to support you, I have been opposed to you exposing yourself to unnecessary risk from the start. Listen here. I'm inclined to agree. After what Mare said, I think this is something you should absolutely only use against the strongest of opponents. Fine. The more people who come work for me, the less I feel like I'm the one in charge. Yeah, Van, you gots to get used to it. Do you have something else you want to say? Nope, not at all. Man, someone's whipped. Oh, by the way, we still don't have any idea why we couldn't understand some of what Mare was saying, right? There was a similar phenomenon, but yeah. Oh yeah, almost forgot about that.
I'm being gracious enough to lend you a helping hand as a under the influence of the... Just be careful. Using it too much will cause...
And they made it completely indecipherable. It's not like when Reen was doing it. We heard what she was saying. It was more like our brains couldn't process it or something. That's how I would put it. It was almost as if we were listening to an audio recording and part of it was replaced by noise. Yeah, kind of creepy if we're being real here. It was like we came dangerously close to one of this world's many secrets. I'm sorry, just forget I said something so silly. I've clearly read one too many books. I don't think it was silly at all. If anything, it sounds right. I think it's a possibility we ought to keep in mind. Yeah, for sure. Maybe a client? At this hour? Probably a friendly friend.
I got through! Phew. I was worried I didn't have the right number.
Marielle? That sounds like... Ashen? Oh.
晚上好. Good evening, guys.
That probably literally means good evening, but... Yeah, because it's got the how part, like ni hao. Sorry, guys, I haven't gotten on Red Note just yet, so... What is... Wan Shang Hao? Good, it's literally good evening, yeah.
It feels like I haven't talked to you in ages.
Well, we did. We saw her last month. It's good to see you again, Ashen. It really is. What are you calling about? Decided to give up on Sao and go after this old fart instead? Of course not. You shut up, Aaron. I hope he hasn't been raising too much of a ruckus over in Edith, by the way. Especially when it comes to women. About that. He does come home smelling like perfume sometimes. What can I say? I like getting to know people. Can we be serious for 5 minutes around here? Also, I'm 5 years younger than Sao, I'll have you know. I can't believe you know that off the top of your head. Also, sorry to ask, but I don't think we've met before. I assume she is connected to Heiwei in some manner. Oh! I guess it has been a while because they haven't met her. Oh, Aaron did mention that you have some new part-timers. Ashen Lu, I am indeed part of one of the families of Heiwei. Wait, you know part-timers are a maid and a pretty boy? Arkwright Solutions never settles for average, does it? Our cast is a colorful one, yeah. So, what's this about? Is Sal causing trouble again? I wouldn't say that. He's as busy as always. And actually, I didn't just call you on behalf of Heiwei today. This message is from several others too. What's going on? Really now? What message? Well, Baba had the chance to talk to a few other important people with different affiliations the other day. And apparently the topic ended up shifting to you guys, and they agreed to do a little something special for you. Oh! You know, for all you've done for the people of Longport, Tharbad, and Basel. It's about time we started getting a little appreciation around these parts. Consider it a special thank you gift from everyone. Hang on a minute. The important people you're talking about wouldn't happen to be, Shareed, Hamilton, and Sal, I guess.
I'm calling on behalf of Elzheim's Crown Prince Shareed, the Basel Institute of Sciences Professor Hamilton, the Kowloon Group's Fan Lu, and one other individual, whose name I will not disclose, to extend you an invitation.
I'm assuming that other individual is probably someone either with the Guild or with the CID.
They all want you to spend 2 nights at the 5-star Hekizanro Inn in the Eastward Hot Springs paradise of Longlai.
Oh, finally!
Your tickets should arrive shortly.
But god dang, how expensive must this place be? That's not shortly, that's instantaneous. Evening, special delivery. This is probably Hermes. Everybody in The Legend of Heroes trails through Daybreak. Everybody in this series has such perfect timing. November 9th, 8:05 p.m. Off she goes. Yeah, he knows who he is. Yeah. Alright. There's no way there isn't more to this than it seems. Oh, you know what? Van's probably right. I was actually expecting for them to at least go in fully wanting those 2 days of rest and relaxation, but yeah, they're putting us on some kind of job, low-key. But it's true, we've been real busy lately. Would be a good chance to get some R&R. Man, Long Life sure brings back some memories.
Your mindset is very different from that of others.
So, that is Van's mentor, then.
It has long convinced you that there is no place for you in this world. And that is, from my perspective, proof positive that you still have so much to learn. For everything in this world is connected. I'm sure you will one day come to that realization yourself, with enough first-hand experience.
He always tried to pretend he was normal, but he was anything but. Wish I had been able to avenge him, but that chance is long gone now. Avenge him? Van thinks he's dead? Still, I suppose Longlide wouldn't be a bad place to visit to pay my respects since I can't get over to his grave. Oh, Van doesn't— who is that then? That couldn't be Barkhorn, could it? My crew could use a break about now too. Anyway, I guess I'll go wander around for a while before turning in. We're gonna be away for 3 days, so I want to make sure everything's in order before we head out. Ooh, what's going on here? Hey Paulette, you guys closing up shop for the day? We are. We had a really good day today. Lots of customers. But if you want anything, just let me know. We'll still be open for a bit longer. Right, I'll let you know. No need to say anything, Van. It's okay. Thanks for looking out for me and Yume. I really appreciate it. So she did know who it was. It caught me off guard seeing him, but I don't regret it. I'm glad we got to sit down and talk. Alright, if you're sure. If he starts giving you trouble, let me know and I'll deal with him. But it doesn't look like he'll be a nuisance. I think, anyway. Not from how he was acting, at least, so maybe I don't gotta worry after all. Thank you, but I don't think you do. He's making sure to put my and Yume's feelings first. Not to pry, but do she and your old man know anything? No, not yet. I plan to talk to them soon. So he recognized— wait, when would they have the time to reconcile without the two of them nearby? Or not reconcile, but at least have a frank conversation. But it won't be an easy conversation to have with either of them. Especially Yume. I'm a little worried about her. Gotcha. She might be too young for that kind of talk. That's what I'm thinking too. I might speak with my dad about it first, but I don't know how to approach it yet. I might have an idea. Well, if you two are up for it. Is this gonna be a request? Well, I've said what I think needs to be said. The rest is up to her. Back to patrolling I go. Okay, so I'm really not sure because, well, I guess it doesn't matter if she was pretending or not.
What's next?
The only thing that really stands out is the fact that they were able to chat. Even though I really don't think Maxim deserved that at all.
Alright.
My name is Sayla, and I'm part of a 2-girl idol group called With You. Tonight, we're scheduled to hold a street performance in the Tyrell district, but my partner Lulua has gone missing. Could you help me search for her? I'll be waiting at a table near Brother's music shop. Alright.
What's next?
And there should be several, actually, it looks
Off
like.
we go.
But obviously, we'll be doing all of them. Gets to get into it in order to have as many connection events as we possibly can. And it's not... okay, it's... wait, what? Wow. What's this? Oh, check that out. Because I was like, isn't the bulletin board a little somewhere? Oh, is that? Has this always been here? And I think that's Maxim sitting next to them. Well, look what we have here. An inspector and a bracer shooting the shit over drinks. Man, if even you two can be friends, the capital's in good hands. I wouldn't exactly call us friends. The guild's not the CID, but they're far from our allies. At best, we're rivals. But given how much our work overlaps, we often see each other out in the field. We respect each other as fellow public servants. So rivals we may be, but we can still share a drink or two, eh? You care to join us? Nah, I'm good. Gonna stretch my legs a bit more. Fair enough. Drinking with old dogs like us isn't the most attractive offer, I guess. And again, Jin is like 33. But you know, I'm sure Elaine wouldn't mind having a drinking buddy after work. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. That reminds me, I heard you pitched in during that mess in Basel? Yeah, I heard from Elvis. Sounds like you made yourself pretty busy over there. Wasn't what I was there for, but yeah, I helped out where I could. How about next time you let us know where you're headed beforehand? That way we can clean up these messes you inevitably get into. Yes, because I'm totally the one causing them all. Right. He does just happen to be there when the S hits the F, but in case you'd like to know, most of next week will be Arc Ride free here in Edith. Me and the gang are taking a little vacation. Hey, not a bad idea. I bet you could use the break. Where are you headed? Figured it'd be nice to get away from the hustle and bustle for a while, so we're headed out to Longline for a little hot spring trip. Longline, huh? My wife and I went there for our honeymoon. Beautiful place. I'd love to take my daughter there someday, if I could ever get time off. Aw, work to the bone, huh? Yep, and whose fault is that, do you think? Well, you picked a good time to go there. The autumn leaves are just stunning in Longline. Since you'll be down that way, say hi to everybody for me, will ya? Oh yeah, you're from around there, aren't you? Really? Because we knew that Jin, like, we've heard of his backstory, but never his hometown or anything like that. So Jin is from the Longline area. Oh, wait, okay. Could you not go guessing at my background? Sorry. Just your fighting form was enough of a tell. And hey, a personal favor if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it if you burned some incense for my old master while you're there. So, okay. Which is, Kilika's dad. Sure. Read me like a book. Taking a trip, huh? Man, I'd love to take one with the girls myself. I don't think you're quite at the stage of calling them the girls just yet. Oh, back in the land of the living, are you? Last we saw, you'd plastered yourself to sleep. I figured I'd just drop you off at the precinct, but I couldn't stop laughing at your face, man. You two in cahoots, perhaps? No comment. Don't go lumping us together. Ouch. Why you gotta give me the cold shoulder, man? A little trip really does sound nice. Okay, so go take one. You know, yourself. It's not like he doesn't have the cash money for it, but he can't do it with his little family. Well, no! What's the point of taking a trip alone? It's the perfect chance to kindle the flames of romance. You know, right? How should I know? And you're really gonna push your luck and butter him up with some trip? She didn't just magically forget what happened. Look, we're moving on from that, okay? It's been 8 years. You gotta give it some more time. See, when we met up last time, she said I could come by again sometime if I wanted to. But she's the owner of a bistro. She says that to everybody. And the kid, she said, "You're such a weirdo, mister. Hey, can you stop by again? I want to talk to you some more." Yeah, of course she was nice to you. She's a freaking waitress. Yume's reaction said it all. You are a weirdo. I know I took on your request, but man, get your head out of your ass. Basic courtesy ain't affection. I know that. I'm just trying to make amends. I mean, sure, I'd love it if they could let me back into their lives, but I gotta take that first step myself. I want to make up for all that time we should have spent together. That's my new goal in life, putting a smile on their faces. Swell. Huh. Guess that was the wake-up call he needed. Guys learned he can't just treat life like it's one big game. Sounds like you two have had your share of run-ins before. Oh, didn't he bring his car here? I saw it parked outside. We are outside. Of course he did. I'll lug him over to the precinct. He can sleep it off there. No drinking and driving in Edith. Alright, well. And this guy, what's going on with you?
Hey, welcome.
Oh, we'll take one of everything except the hoji chop. We're good on that.
Pal.
A ginkgo kebab. Wait, what's the description for that?
Hey, welcome.
Kebabs with an overwhelming aroma.
Thanks, pal.
Maybe it's like... I can't wrap my head around what that would taste like.
Right.
Seems like a very curious sort of flavor. But okay, it looks like that's all that was here. Head to Brother's music shop. Is there a reason? What?
Taking off now.
Is there a reason why the thingamabob is,
Well,
there's somebody else hanging out here.
Well, if it isn't Van.
Oh, there they are. What I'm trying to get at here isn't that... Well, you know... Come on, that's enough for one day, isn't it? Don't change the subject! You spriggin'! Van. Hey, dude, don't let me keep you. I don't fancy third wheeling, so how about I leave you two to it? No! Stay! Dingo's a jerk! He just left me behind! And what did he learn? Nothing! He's doing it again! So she's the loud kind of drunk. You know, if Dingo's being such a jerk, why not tell him yourself? You're mighty close to him right now. I sure did! I told him off real good! And what did he do? Just blew me off. Didn't listen to a thing I said! And here I'm working so hard to follow in his footsteps. I just wanna... Well, that's it for that. Lasted longer than I expected. She has literally one single drink in front of her. Yeah, she did. Sorry, that was an embarrassing way for you to find us. Don't sweat it. Not like I don't know you well enough at this point. Girl sure got some balls, though. Follows you all the way to Tharbad, gets kidnapped, and caps it off with a night of drunken complaints. It's like she's not even fazed. That might be my fault. I probably shouldn't have been so soft on her after the fact. I did try to get it through to her that she needs to be more careful. Carefulness doesn't seem to have clocked in tonight from the look of it. Not at all. I'll have to try again some other time, and I definitely can't have her knowing where I'm going next time I travel. Losing a newbie like her shouldn't be that hard for you, right? But you're sure it's worth it? Don't want to upset the cute little Missy by pushing her away. She's got a thing for you, and she is definitely not shy about that fact. I've said it before, but we're from different publications. Rather than friends, we should be rivals. Don't think that really matters much. You'd probably be rivals even if you worked in the same place. But rival or not, she looks up to you. That at least should mean something to you, yeah? I finally got a lead into one of the topics I've been pursuing. You know me, all my investigations are a gray area at best. The rest, pitch black, of the worst kind, and you know that. So he's saying that this is too dangerous for her. I'd much rather she stay far, far away from that world. Maybe it's wrong of me to make that decision for her, but I don't want her to follow in my footsteps. She Should walk a brighter, more honest path. Oh, I mean, you're deciding she can't handle it before she's even gotten to try it. For someone who denies taking her under your wing, you sure get overprotective when it comes to her. Look who's talking. You and your growing office of assistants you'd stick your neck out for. Yeah. Hey, Van, if you... Nothing. You're going out on a trip with your assistants, right? How does he know that already? Should be a good time. Take the time to enjoy yourselves. I will? That's the plan, at least. I'm wondering if he's saying if you run into somebody that he knows? I swear, just as quick and creepy as Kitty used to be. How the hell do you know about that? That's for me to know. No, back off! Don't go getting too cozy with him, Dingo-ish. Not fair! Not fair. Whatever. I'll buy you a souvenir. You don't get to complain if you don't like it. I trust you to pick something good. Well, alright. So everybody's having a nice little fun time. And how many... You have 2 connection events, but we'll be able to do all 3. Dwani. So yeah, we can do all 3 tonight, so that's fine. Wait, yeah. All we really have to get set first is this Tyrell District, head to Brothers Music Shop. Yeah. You will no longer be used... Wait, what? That's probably just for... Hold on. I'm sure it won't completely lock us out of it. It's just saying we won't have a moment to spare with this.
What's next?
But I think I'll actually do... Let's do one of these first. Van contacted Rosette and returned to the office. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Arkwright. I hate to impose like this, especially so late, but I sincerely appreciate it. Don't mention it. You said you were testing some features in development for the simulator, right? Are you sure I'm the man you want for that? Sounds like it'd go way over my head. Certainly. As a matter of fact, there's something that only you can help me with. Could you please take your Zypha out for me? My Zypha? What do you want with that? The holocore system gathers a wide variety of data through the Zypha, not just biological information. This time, I'd like to test location information-based shard replication functionality too. So she's gonna use the GPS functionality? Perhaps it'd be faster if I just show you. Are you ready to begin? I didn't really get all that, but sure. You just need me to connect to my Zypha, right? And... Whoa! Zyphas are genuinely just magic at this point, because what is going on? So, where is this? Cray Village? Correct. Our records indicate that this dataset was generated 2 months ago. Oh. Okay, so we've used the Grendel, like half a dozen times in 2 months. This reflects the village's state upon your accepting Miss Al-Fayed's request. Really now? So you used something like geographical data to make this copy of the village? Man, your tech just keeps throwing curveballs at me. Ooh, ow! Hell, even the villagers are going through their motions. It's like some kind of memory quartz. Due to the high information density in these settings, the fine details aren't perfectly accurate. Do pardon that. Wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't pointed it out. This was before you tagged along anyway. Indeed it was. I see now that this village is quite the homely place. Though we haven't implemented audio emulation quite yet, I can almost hear the ambiance of this village already. Yeah, backwater through and through, and all the beauty that comes with. That reminds me, the village is hosting their harvest festival soon. Bet they'll dress the place up nice and pretty for that. I see. I will be interested in participating myself someday. Now, let us advance to the next memory. I wonder what like, I'm sure her artificial limbs are tactile enough. She can operate weaponry and can has fine motor skills and stuff like that. But I wonder, can she differentiate between hot and cold? And so now we're in Longport. These orange lanterns are gorgeous. They sure are. Looks like we're in Longport's eastern quarter now. When we came here a while back, we had to deal with Heiyue and Almada. Still enjoyed seeing this place again, though. Hard not to get wrapped in all its eastern charms. I know what you mean. The vermilion lights are quite beautiful. And the gorgeous night sky is enchanting. Not sure if I'd go that far, but yeah, the night view is pretty damn great. And so's the ocean view from the harbor, especially in the evening. Is it now? Let me extract the evening data. Is it gonna show us? Hold on, because in the evening some crazy stuff went down. Oh, check it out. Yet another curveball. You weren't exaggerating. The view from here is breathtaking. Sorry if it's a little much. Oh, it isn't at all. I could watch the gentle swaying of the waves for hours. In that case, why don't you come here in person sometime? There's a mountain of delicious food, and the Eastern Theater performances alone are worth the trip. That all sounds lovely. I think I'll do that someday. I hate to put an end to this, but we have our test results now. I'll go ahead and end the simulation. And all of that just from one computer terminal and a pair of Zyphas. Though, I'm sure she's probably borrowing Marduk's computational power some kind of way. We're back. Strictly speaking, we never left this room in the first place. How do you feel about this new functionality test? Good reminder of how crazy Shard Tech really is, that's for sure. Honestly, I'm even more excited to see this fully realized than I am the combat simulation portion. I agree with you. Thankfully, we managed to record some excellent data. Things will hopefully continue to progress smoothly. But I gotta say, you looked pretty happy while we were doing that test. And as embarrassed as I'd be to admit it, I can't claim otherwise. She'd never been to those places, and while we were going there, she was cooped up in some sort of Marduk facility. All I had until now were pictures and videos from other places. For a while, I thought they'd be all I'd have, and I was content just imagining them. But thanks to you, Mr. Arkwright, I now get to experience such places for myself. If I hadn't taken so long to join you, I might have even been able to see the places we just simulated. Honestly, I'm a little jealous of the others. You've been through a hell of a lot in your life, haven't you? Don't mean to pry, but it's the impression I got after what happened last trip. That would be a fair assessment, yes. Regardless of that, I owe a great debt of gratitude toward the Marduk Company, and Mr. Thorndyke by extension. I wouldn't be here, helping as your concierge, if it weren't for them. I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity. That, in and of itself, is a great privilege and more than enough for me to feel fulfilled and satisfied. Don't gotta be so humble. We're happy to have you here too, you know. And don't forget, we've got our trip to Longley coming up too. I know it's all kinda last minute and not exactly meant for us, so we might not really have all that much time to relax. But I still hope you get to enjoy yourself while we're there. You deserve it just as much as anyone else. Thank you, Mr. Arkwright. Just the opportunity to join you all is exhilarating. Whether it's the local cuisine, the beautiful vistas, or the relaxing hot springs, I'm looking forward to it all. With the simulator test concluded, Van left the room. After that, okay.
I almost forgot I was on the clock for a moment there.
Rosette, perfect supporter. Ooh, a nice little buff. But Rosette is pretty awesome. Alright, and let's do... Well, because I did want to get that set, but now let's go ahead and see what's up with her. Yeah. That's fine. Let's talk to the client. See what she's got to say to us. What's that on the... Who was that on the big screen? Does she have... Okay, that's a pretty unique character model. So, you must be the idol that put in that request. Sayla, right? Nice to meet you. Oh, wow. So the rumors really are true, huh? If you're here, does that mean you're willing to hear me out? Yeah, probably best not to just stand around talking like this, though. Why don't we grab a seat and take it from there? You mentioned that you were supposed to be putting on a street performance tonight. But it sounds like your partner didn't show up when she was supposed to. Yes, that's right. Lulua did mention it to me that she had work today. But she said she would be done after sunset, so we planned to meet up here directly once after she got off her job. It was getting later and later, and she was nowhere to be seen. Once an hour passed and I still hadn't heard from her, I decided to visit her place. Makes sense to me. Sounds like a pretty reasonable thing to do. When I got there, I knocked on the door but didn't get an answer. I have a key to her apartment that she lent me, so I used it to poke my head inside and found a note she left on the table. Oh, I'm sure she didn't write that note. Reading that note left me so concerned, so that's when I contacted you so you could hopefully look for her. Makes sense. What was written on the note? There were only 2 things scribbled down on it. One was a name I didn't recognize, Clement, and then the other thing was part-time 1,000 mira an hour. Another victim. 1,000 mira per hour. That's what we charge as our base rate at my agency. That's pretty damn good for some side hustle. Some might say even too good. Practically screams something not on the up and up if you ask me. So all those jobs that we were taking in the past, they took us 3, 4, 5 hours to do. You think so too, huh? I figured that was a distinct possibility. That name, Clement. He's got himself involved in all kinds of stuff, doesn't he? Definitely a sign that Lulua is another victim of whatever he and his people are scheming. The thing about Lulua is, she comes from the countryside. Oh, he took advantage of a bumpkin then? She's a really honest girl at heart and tends to take people at their word, for better and for worse. That's why I'm really worried about her. I'm scared what she might have gotten herself into. I can understand why. At this point, you've given me everything I need to know. From what you've told me, this is definitely a job for a Spriggan. Seeing as it's so urgent and all, I'll go ahead and get to work immediately. Oh, thank you so much! I'm so glad you're able to help me! Don't mention it. Tell me a little more about Lulua. Has she been acting strange in any particular way lately? Actually, yes, now that you ask. I've been seeing her spending time with an elderly woman who looks pretty well off. When I asked her about it, she said she was escorting her as part of some volunteer work she was doing. That was news to me, the fact that she was doing anything like that. It felt really strange to me. Does being an idol not pay enough? I always felt like that would be a really cushy job, but maybe it's one of those entertainment gigs where you're, where all the people who are helping you out take a giant cut of the money. I mean, it's nice of her to want to help and all, but I know for a fact that she really shouldn't have the time to spare for that right now. That's because we're both trying to save up our money so we can put on our dream concert. We're busy as it is just working on that. Which is probably where that 1,000 mira per hour comes in. She could be earning that much from that Clement person as compensation for helping. That was my hunch too. I don't know the name of the woman that Lulua's been looking after, or else I'd be more than happy to tell you. But she did say the other day that the woman bought her clothes at Yarden Boutique in the department store by the station. Does that help you at all? Oh yeah, that's a good jumping off point for me to start looking for her. Once we're done talking, I'll make my way straight to that boutique and have a talk with whoever I find there. As for you, I think you should stay here for the time being. It'll make her easier to find once we've got this all sorted out. I know it's well past when you two were supposed to meet, but it's always possible that she could just be running late and still show up. Right, that is true. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks again. Van hurried over to Yarden Boutique without delay to begin looking for Lulua. Welcome to Yarden, sir. How may I help you? Wanted to ask you something, actually. Van introduced himself and asked the man if he had seen Lulua and a well-dressed woman in the shop recently. I suspect you're referring to Madame Daphne. She is one of our regulars. She actually happened to stop by a few days ago, accompanied by a young woman. I had thought she was Madame Daphne's granddaughter, but I see I was mistaken. The two must have seemed fairly close for you to get that impression. Oh, they most certainly did. Guess you haven't seen them today? Correct assumption. I hear that Madame Daphne frequents the Airland store in the Satan district as well as our own. Perhaps she may have visited there today instead. I hear she is on good terms with its manager, too. Erland over in the Satan district. Got it. Thanks for the info. You're quite welcome, sir. Everybody is so forthcoming and honest with us. Some complete random asking about an old woman. Over to Satan I go then. Maybe the people in Edith are just a lot more trusting. So let's see what we can see and find out what we can find out. I think this is that store that we went to the, yes, this is that store we did the treasure hunt thing at.
We have full confidence in our products.
And the stuff that they're selling, nah, it'll F up the move too much. Sure. We can have them, but... And out of curiosity, we can see what they look like. Blue, blonde, dark, red.
We await your next visit.
Yeah, let's bring up the topic. Daphne and Lulua? Yes, they're regulars here. They dropped by earlier this afternoon, right on time. Huh, bingo. You aware of their relationship by chance? Sure, I just met Lulua recently. I heard she volunteers for this assisted living nonprofit in her spare time. She gets assigned to help out the elderly and disabled with stuff like shopping, that sort of thing. Oh wow, Edith has some really robust social programs. Daphne doesn't have any relatives, so Lulua is a big help for her. Gotcha. What I heard though was that this Daphne lady ain't exactly hurting for money. So why'd she look for a free helper instead of a maid or something? You know, Daphne isn't sure herself. I recall she said she wanted to pay Lulua directly, actually. Lulua's told me that she gets some payment from the agency anyway, though. She's telling Daphne not to worry about it. So maybe their friendship is on the up and up and it's this agency that Clement has his claws in on this with? That just really confuses me. She's a volunteer, but she gets paid for helping Daphne. It's an awfully roundabout way of doing things. It just seems like a bit of a contradiction, no? Kinda, yeah. So this ain't a case of the old lady getting swindled, at least. But yeah, something's weird here. There's gotta be some reason she's getting paid in that roundabout way. So anyway, those two came by earlier, right? Any idea where they headed after that? I recall Lulua said something about showing Daphne the place where she works. I think she works at that concert hall in Riverside. The Riverside Concert Hall. That'd be the blue score then. Thanks much. I owe you one. Oh, think nothing of it. Stop by again sometime, will you? And just to check it out. So we can look at the costume stuff. Yeah. I don't really get the appeal of the attachments and stuff. These, I don't know. Van looks fine with red hair. But I just stick with, if you could, I I should actually take a look at the costume DLC. Because if you can dress them up, dark hair, whoa. She looks way cooler like that. Blonde hair. She looks like an enforcer like this, but I think that's just because she's reminding me of Rufus's, or I guess that's a spoiler. So, well, that game is. You should have played this game, that game before then. He looks like a Fire Emblem lord like this, or at least like a lord you meet partway through the game. And last, or second to last, pink hair. Oh, the Yuna special. Yeah, she looks like she could come straight from that family. And he looks like, Lloyd's boyfriend. Oh, take that off. Alright, so let's go ahead and head to Blue Score. Yeah, Blue Score Concert Hall. Hey, is that Judith? What's she doing?
That should get him off my tail. Wait, you?
This is very random. Why is she showing up in the middle of our request? Hey, heck of a coincidence running into you here, especially at this hour. Saw that article of yours on BuzzRadar, by the way. Let me guess, on the run from the paparazzi right now? Well, what if I am? To be clear, that article is, yeah, we know, we've got first-hand evidence that that article is complete BS. Don't worry, I can make a guess. You checking out talents and sports figures who've got ties to the Mafia, yeah? Can't say I blame you. The why of things aside, he has been going around these shady spots for weird reasons. Wait, you've got detailed info on him? Look, I can't exactly spill too much, but I can tell you this. You can lay off the Red Comet. He's 100% clean, trust me. At least when it comes to what you're looking into.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So what was I even doing all this for?
Well, we kind of just sped things up for you, right? And I got chewed up by my mom and Grammy for it, too. Oh? Got complaints about how you're handling your other job? Other job? I have no clue what you could possibly mean.
Van, what are you doing here? And who would this woman be?
Uh-oh. We got ourselves into the exact same predicament Maxim did. You're kidding! That's Elaine O'Clair, the bracer! Come on, I swear it's just one thing after another! Anyway, I have to go, but don't you dare think you've beaten me! That was Judith Lanster, right? The actress? Yeah, you know her? Sort of. We've just met at an event before. I imagine you'd be more familiar with her than I am. Heard you two got acquainted in Tharbad. Well enough to meet outside of work, too, it looks like. Come on, it ain't like that. Have a little faith in me. Oh yeah? Alright then. So, what are you actually doing out here in Riverside at this hour? Searching for someone, actually. But okay, cool. Having to go with Elaine would be very nice. Someone got dragged into working an underworld job without being aware of it. You're investigating an underworld job too? Whoa, okay. So our interests align on this. Two? Are you up to the same thing? I am, yes. One of their scam victims made a request to the bracers. I'm looking for a man named Clement right now. He's likely the go-between that hired the part-timers. Yup, we're after the same person. Clement sure gets around, huh? We're basically barking up the same tree then. That we are. I came to Riverside because we had a report that Clement had been spotted here. Do you mind if I tag along with you? Not at all. Might make things easier for us all. Van filled Elaine in on the current state of his investigation. An idol named Lulua, huh? Definitely looks like she's an unwitting pawn of this scheme. Sure does, which honestly puts her in a whole lot of trouble. Let's check out the concert hall. Alright, oh, she's a tag-along right now. Well, I suppose that's fine. But into the blue score we head. Chat. Ooh, shop.
Hey there.
What does he have?
What'll it be?
Fizzy blues? Why not?
See ya.
We can bring up the topic with the two of them. Natalie. Yeah, I think...
Can we talk?
Yeah, he's probably going to be our better bet. Oh, both of them. Oh, Lulua? No, she wasn't on stage today. Hey, Natalie, you got any idea where she is? A little, I guess. I've been thinking about her a lot as of late. I did happen to see her. It stuck out to me because she was talking with some older woman I'd never seen before. That's a lead. Did you happen to overhear what they were talking about? Kinda. Something about grabbing tea at the food stalls. I think I heard something about trying out the tacos. So we just gotta head to the tacos. Got it. Thank you for the information. Alright, cool. So we just head right over to the actual Riverside part of the Riverside District. And we'll find our women. But I definitely want to check to make sure. Yeah, oh, no, okay. So we've gotten all that. And then before we hit
this
them
here's
up,
the finest cuisine around. Come again now.
just had to be Sertan. No? Okay, well.
Let me ask you something.
I thought this was going to be it, but clearly not. Right. Was just before dark when Lulua and the old lady stopped by my stall. Think they were meeting with some middle-aged man or something. He was waiting for him at the table. Kind of an odd group if you ask me. A middle-aged man. Might be Clement. Notice anything else out of the ordinary? Can't say I did. Couldn't hear them all the way from here. They were talking for a good while before the man got real worked up. Probably because Daphne wanted to pay Lulua directly? Looks like things got real heated, so they up and left. Went right across the river. I was wondering what came of them. Don't know anything else. Sorry. That's plenty to go on. It is. Thank you for all of the information. This sure is starting to stink. Agreed. I wasn't expecting someone likely to be Clement to actually crop up here. We need to follow their trail, and now. Agreed. Let's see if we got any other witnesses. Looks like just tonight they've been all over the place. But since Elaine is with us and this is getting shadier and shadier, it's probably going to turn into a fight. Is this her? Oh, what am I going to do now? I can't believe this happened. Looks like something happened to her. This might be who we're looking for. Hey there, Granny. Got a sec? We'd like to speak to you if we may have a moment. Van, pretending to be Elaine's assistant, inquired into Daphne and Lulua. Oh, because Elaine is a famous bracer. Oh, for an A-rank bracer and her assistant to show up just when I needed them most. This must be the goddess's guidance at hand. But you're right, yes, I'm Daphne. Thank you for confirming that. Heard Lulua was helping you as part of her volunteer work. Mind telling us what happened? Not at all. I do have something to share with you. About an hour ago, Lulua was taken away by a man called Clement. He straight up took her? Well, shit's getting urgent. To be clear, Clement was the man that introduced you and Lulua, yeah? That's right. Until today, I wouldn't have pegged him for anything less than a kind and trustworthy man. I came tonight because he wanted to discuss something with Lulua and not me. That's when he started trying to sell me some kind of medical insurance. It all sounded splendid, but I'm not naive. I know when something's too good to be true, it probably is. Oh, hey, that puts her ahead of a lot of people. Good on you for not falling for that old trick. I have some experience since I do have a different insurance already. When I started asking for details, Clement couldn't answer me. Lulua must have caught on to my suspicions because she also started asking him questions. He didn't like that at all and started yelling at us. And then he dragged Lulua away. Yes, I tried to chase after, but I lost sight of them right around here. Probably took them into the underground. I was afraid that if I contacted the police or the guild, they might suspect Lulua as well. I didn't know what to do. Okay, I think I've got the picture. Don't worry, the guild will do the best we can for Lulua's sake. Rest easy, you can leave the rest to us. Oh, thank you so much. Do you know where she might have been taken to? The deepest part of the underground, I think. Ain't hard to take a guess if around here is where you lost sight of them. Might have gone into the Blacklight District. Oh, okay. Undoubtedly. We need to head after her quick, but we shouldn't be too careless either. I'll be waiting by the entrance. Just tell me when you're ready. Got it. So after we go into here, we'll probably have a pretty a scene.
What's next?
And then it's going to be time to get to fighting. But that is A-okay. So, as it turns out, I probably should have read that a bit closer, so, we definitely did not get the opportunity to actually do this when I originally went through this, so dial back the clock just a little bit. Looks like my guess was right on the mark. The one time we don't actually read the thing, and we assume that it's the same as every other time, it's not the same as every other time. Funny that. Something on your mind, Inspector? What do you want? Just been looking into a spicy rumor that's been floating around. Something about a scary-looking man who's prowling the night searching for little girl toys. He's wants something for his daughter. Aw. Hey, don't worry. I don't judge. Everyone's got at least one weird hobby or two. It's not a hobby, damn it. I ought to find the low-life scumbag who spread that rumor and cuff them. Alright, I've had my fun. There's more to the story, right? What, you trying to placate your adolescent daughter after upsetting her? No, it looks like he clocked him instantly. Don't tell me I just hit the jackpot. Not quite. My daughter's still Sunday school age. But Sunday school age goes up to 16, though. Maybe it might work a little differently in Edith. So you couldn't be there for her birthday, huh? Yeah, just about any little kid's gonna be upset about that. You're lucky she's mature enough to not throw a tantrum over it. I don't need you to tell me that. I don't get to spend much time with her, so I promised I'd absolutely be there for her birthday. You should know better than to make promises you might not be able to keep. The only absolute in this world is that there are no absolutes. Alright, I've just about had enough of you. I'm going to head to another shop. This one didn't have what I wanted. What are you trying to find, anyway? Why do you want to know? So you can fling more insults my way. Because I wanted to help you find it. Aw, I figured this was a perfect opportunity to put a cop in my debt. That tone of yours is exactly what I despise. You must really want to put a smile back on your daughter's face, or you wouldn't be roaming the streets like a bloodhound on the hunt. And I'm guessing you don't want to ask the guild or your subordinates for help when they're so busy, but I got all the time in the world. I'll help you out of this jam for dirt cheap, just this once. What do you say? You're as unpredictable as ever. I'm looking for a limited edition dress-up doll. It has a special outfit. Oh, I'm actually surprised we're not doing the Mishi thing, but I guess Mishi is more a cross-bell type deal. My daughter wants it badly, but unfortunately so does everyone else. They're out of stock all over the city. Trust me, I checked. So what? They're like, what are they going crazy for these days? Stanley Cups. They're like Stanley Cups then. So even an inspector like you was willing to cast aside his pride for his beloved daughter. I think I might know just the place. You do? Tell me where it is, now! Easy. You can't go there alone. If you do, you won't be able to get your hands on it, and you'll probably land yourself in a real mess. If people there find out who you are, you'll be getting sandbagged in no time. The Blacklight District? You don't mean... He's gonna do what he has to for his daughter. I'll be having dinner with my family today for the first time in a while. I really want to hand my daughter the doll then and there. You may lead the way. I can protect myself, though. Gotcha. Van led Dwani to the location he had in mind. And the Blacklight District actually is available for us to fast travel to, so I'm just going to make sure there's no side events here before we hit up the movies. I was starting to wonder on the way here if this was where you were taking me. Aw, don't be like that. I'm just taking you through a nice, dingy underground shopping center, Inspector, just like any other in Edith. Look, you're not making this any better for either of us. Wipe that frown off your face already. Alright, I'll stop yucking around. This your first rodeo, or you've been down here before? It's been over a decade. This isn't exactly my kind of place, either professionally or personally. I swear, I just can't wrap my head around it. How anyone could just choose to live down here, and how the authorities can turn a blind eye to how obviously foul it is just beyond me. Aren't? My brother in Christ, you are the authorities. Shouldn't you know exactly the ins and outs of the continued existence of the Blacklight District? Well, I guess he might, but he might just not. That doesn't mean he's got to agree with it. That's what I'm here for, pal. You wouldn't last a minute down here by yourself. Anyway, time's a-wasting. Let's talk to the locals first and see what we can figure out. Alright. Van and Inspector Dwani first inquired with Gabriella, the proprietress of a local drinking hole. She informed them about a new scalper who had recently arrived. Uh-oh, Edith has the scalper scourge too. The two decided to try their luck by visiting him. That man probably has some Primo Vantage Masters cards. You're in luck, my good man. I've got exactly what you're looking for. I just put those dolls up on display. You don't know how hard I had to work to obtain them. Those things aren't easy to come by. He's buttering us up so he can hit us with that exorbitant mirror cost. Probably goes without saying, if you move forward with it, this ain't gonna be the most legit sale you've ever done. Just putting that out there. What you decide to do with that information's up to you. I don't need some street rat like you lecturing me about morals. I mean, dang, that's crazy. Van is literally helping you out right now. Hell, sure, I'll take one. How much do you want? Pleasure doing business with you, sir. That'll be 10,000 Mira, thank you very much. Yeah. You serious? That's 10 times the MSRP! You'd better give me a damn good reason why. Do you see anybody else here selling that doll, buddy boy? As I just explained to you, sir, these dolls are quite the hot commodity right now. I'm simply charging what the market is willing to pay. Like hell! You think you can get away with fleecing me, huh? Don't hurt me! Sorry, pal. Doesn't look like you know who this guy is, so let me fill you in. You're looking at the personal bodyguard for this district's head honcho. Oh, Van twisting the truth a little bit, but Dwani's not about to interrupt him. That's 10 big ones on the line. Want to guess how he got so strong? By setting crooks straight by force when they step out of line. I hear you're new here, so I guess nobody took the time to fill you in yet. Can't fault you for that. But now that you know who you're dealing with, you might want to consider cutting the man a discount. Otherwise, life's gonna come at you real fast in just a couple of seconds. Okay, I give, you win! So, normal retail price plus a finder's fee to compensate me for my labor. Does that sound fair? Still a snake to the bitter end. But he knows what's up now, at least. What's your call, boss? Deal? Yeah, I'll take it. Fantastic! Another satisfied customer you've made. So I hope this taught you a valuable lesson. Be careful how you do business down here. Got it? Yeah, these people will jump you for literally no reason. Let me ask you one question before I leave. Did he buy up all the supply? What on Zemuria made you decide to come live in a place like this? I'm sure he had no other choice. He's making it sound like everybody here basically is up and chose the Blacklight District. I'm sure if they had other options, they would be pursuing them. What? That's a weird question to ask, but if I had to say... He had no other option? Well, we got it in the end. Shame it ended up costing more than the retail price, but it beats not getting it at all. True. It'd have cost me an arm and a leg were it not for your quick wit. I think we owe it to that terrifying scowl on your face. He'd never have brought my story otherwise. You seriously need to work on your compliments. Anyway, you really are a strange one. I doubt anyone in the history of the Blacklight District has asked a question like that. I was quite surprised at the answer I received. I don't even know how to live in the sun's light. When I first visited that district, I quickly realized the outside world's logic doesn't apply there. And I had that same feeling all over again. I'm genuinely surprised they didn't flash back to that conversation right there. Although, I understand now that thrusting our logic on its people isn't the way forward. I probably shouldn't be saying this as an enforcer of the law. But while I can't say I understand their way of thinking, nor can I accept it as right, I can acknowledge that there may be things in this world that are neither black nor white. That's so. Well, it's time for this lawless ruffian to get out of your hair. Is his family coming? I hope she likes her present. As do I. Although the relief it provides will no doubt be momentary. This isn't the first time I've made her sad, and it won't be the last time either. Damn, the pessimism is real. Did the depressing air in the Blacklight District get to you or something? Quiet, you. Let me leave you with this. You can think the world of someone, but if you don't put your feelings into action or words, they'll never know. Deep down, though, I'm sure she already knows you really care about her. You've just got to keep trying to show it. Well, I'm out. Just treat me to a canned coffee sometime and we're square. Man, he's such a good guy. I just can't get a read on that guy. Yep, like I figured. GG. So what, are they Tharbadian too, I wonder? I know how busy you are and I shouldn't have been so mean to you. Aw. I'm sorry too. And to show I mean it, I got you a little special something. Van quietly left the scene as if he had never been there at all. And with his work done, he returned to his patrol.
You've got some spirit, I guess.
There it is.
No, I didn't say a word.
Justice badge. The ultimate Spriggan. Wait, we're already maxed out on Van? That was fast. We didn't even get a thing for that. But, alright, well.
Thank you for your visit today.
We're already here, so let's watch a movie.
The showing on screen 1 will soon be...
Climber's story. Wait, I don't think we watched Golden Blood Director's Cut. But I know we haven't seen Climber's story. Let's do Golden Blood Director's Cut. Now watch, I actually did watch this already and just forgot. Fee is here! A sinister pharmaceutical company seeks to shake the very foundation of the world with a deadly engineered virus. Okay, no, this is not ringing a bell, so we haven't seen it. Tasked with stealing its design documents, Zoe and her partner Rick begin sniffing for clues, which leads them to the chief developer at the lab. Zoe attempts to get close to her target, in the way that she, as an A-class spy, does best.
Stop it, please! I told you, I've already got a boyfriend.
Oh, I heard you loud and clear. I also recall you saying that he's buried neck deep in debt. Tell you what, I'll pay off his debt in full on one condition. Break up with him and be mine. If you still refuse, then I'm afraid I must ask you to resign. So what'll it be?
Oh, Rick. I'm so sorry. Could you at least look away, sir? I'm really not used to this sort of thing.
My, aren't we shy? Very well. Just don't keep me waiting.
This guy's super sweet.
Yes, that's a good girl. There's absolutely nothing to be embarrassed about. Psych! I'm gonna have so much fun stripping you bare.
All right!
Gotcha, you naughty boy.
Pulled the Mouscatool out on him. Yeah. Somebody's gonna be walking out of here pretty happy, and it won't be him. Oh, it's Edith's most famous Spriggan. And there's one of the Bracer Guild's rising stars. Didn't think I'd see you here. Come here to watch something all by yourself? Must be pretty used to life in Calvert if you're taking in stuff like this in your free time. I'm sure it beats Aben time by a lot. I guess you could say that. I've been here about a month, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable now. I can't exactly go sightseeing around the country, so I figured I'd at least take in some of the film culture while I'm here. And I've got plenty of time to kill at night, unlike the daytime, so this is as good a way to spend it as any. Looks like you just caught that spicy director's cut. What made you go for that? Not that there's anything wrong with a woman seeing it. I mean, everyone's talked about it and Judith's in it. I figured if I'm gonna see any version of it, might as well make it the real deal. See if he knows what time it is. They don't leave a lot to the imagination. There are a lot of scenes where I didn't know where to keep my eyes. The spy bits were interesting too. Bracers get up to espionage sometimes, but we don't use the kinds of tactics Judith does. I figured. Sexy spycraft might only be a thing of the silver screen, but that's what makes those kinds of movies fun, if you ask me. Oh, I think I'm confusing the silver screen with the small screen. Van's conversation in the theater? Okay. Yes. Let's get the let's purchase that brochure. Oh. And then 50 for fee. Golden.
What's next?
And one last thing is going to be the Blacklight District.
Taking off now.
Just gotta see if there's any blue here. There is not. Alright, so I'm gonna hit up the shops, but then I'm gonna jump right back to about the time I realized that I screwed myself over my first time around. And so there was one more thing, a gift for Hermes.
Thanks.
She has 130 on her next one? Huh, intriguing. Yep, oh, wait, what did that say? Well, whatever, it probably just said the same thing it always does. I'll contact Sayla, my client, to make a progress report. Van contacted Sayla and filled her in on the situation. After she pleaded to come with them, they set off. Together, the three of them headed into the Blacklight District in pursuit of Lulua's kidnappers. And so, well, I guess Sayla is an adult. She can make her, whoa, you stupid bitch. You just had to run your mouth, didn't you? All you had to do was sit quietly next to me and nod your head like a good girl. Everything would have gone just fine. But no, you just had to run your mouth. Now all that money I could have swindled is gone, all down the drain. How could you deceive a woman like Daphne? That's just horrible. If I knew that was what you were after, I never would have gone along with any of this. Newsflash, I don't give a shit. You have a job to do, and that's all that matters. You understand? You sucker people in with that sweet, innocent face of yours, and then I swoop in for the kill. I figured that old hag was an easy target, but nope, she's sharper than she looks. But I've still got some tricks up my sleeve. Maybe I can pull something else on her. Asking for a ransom for Lulua, maybe? I've got this insurance plan, and you're gonna get her to take it out for me, alright? Excuse me? Why would I? Don't even start with me. You took on this job and you accepted my payment. That means you're obligated to do the work, little lady. Your feelings can't do the job for you. So don't you run out on our deal here or you're gonna regret it, capiche? I told you, if it's the mirror you want, you can have it back. I don't care. That's not how this works. It's not about the money, it's about the deal. You can't just walk back the deal now that you've taken it, see? You're in it now, whether you like it or not. Now be a good girl and stop. Let me stop you right there. Who are you? The hell do you want? Oh no, the hero's come to save the day. I'm just shaking in my boots. Hero, I ain't. I'm a Spriggan, and I don't give a rat's ass about that goody two-shoes shit. I'm here because my client told me to fetch that girl, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm asking you nicely to hand her over. Great, one of you pricks. Just what I needed. Look, buddy, you're barking up the wrong tree. This girl's with us. She's not going anywhere. Now, if you don't get out of my face right this instant, we've got problems. You heard the boss? Scram. Aw, man, what a freaking dumbass. Guy really thinks he can just walk up by himself and take on all of us? Who said he was alone? Whoa! We didn't even get to fight anybody! Ugh. Hey, I know that face! Elaine O'Claire? Oh, of all the goddamn times! Right, Luckstat on 0! Nice work, Elaine. I've got the girl. How did you... What the... Sayla, you shouldn't... Lulua, over here! Sayla, is that you? Ugh, you're not getting away, you little... Whoopsie there. Forget about me already, pal? Run, you two. We'll take care of these guys. Okay, thank you. Now here comes the fight. Are you shitting me? You want some more? Looks like you guys don't know when to stay down. Put your hands up and surrender yourselves. You're only digging yourselves deeper. For the love of... Seriously? A bracer and a Spriggan ganging up on me? This shit blows. What are you doing? Did I say you could just lie there? Did I? Get your asses up and get them! Yeah, okay. You guys are gonna be real sorry. Suicidal overconfidence? What makes these dudes...
I'll beat your ass! Let's have some fun.
Genuinely, what makes these guys think that they can take us on? Hey, well, I think a Regulus caliber should disabuse them of that very incorrect notion. Fatal Edge. And we got some boosting coming up too. Let's actually have her... Oh, I can't do it now. Whoops.
You make me sick. Cypher activate.
And you know what? Sting shot.
We can win.
Always a pleasure. Let's get it.
Oh, radiant wings.
Going insanely overkill to take these guys down.
Night up. Hysteria.
Boost gauge upgrade.
Well, that's it for that. Jig's up, pal. You're the only one left standing. Mercy! Mercy, please! Of course, I'm taking you to the guild. You have a lot to answer for, your crimes here and your relationship with A. Do I make myself clear? Anything but that! Oh, so he was working for him all along. That does track, yeah. I'll let you handle the rest then. Make sure the guy pays for what he's done, and pays good. Of course. You have a good night. Clement was promptly taken into the guild's custody and made to confess his crimes. After looping in Daphne to the day's events, Van escorted Lulua and Sayla back to the Tyrell district.
That takes care of that.
Reward deposited.
Well, that works out nicely. Alright. Thank you both so much for your help. Yeah, we can't thank you enough. I'll admit at first I was like, really? That's Elaine's guy? But the way you two moved in perfect sync was dazzling. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous. Huh? Read the room, Lulua. Sorry, please ignore her. Come on, you, let's go.
Finish your job already?
Whoa! And now a guest appearance from Fee? Ah, hey there. Sorry for going off on my own, Fee.
It's no biggie. I'm just glad everything got taken care of. Besides, I've got no interest in being a third wheel.
Everybody can see it. We're not. You're gonna have to go easy on her. She's more touchy than she lets on. For example, if you start moving the conversation just a little toward her age. Yeah. First off, not funny. And second, I'll have you know I am still in my early 20s. Only just technically. You hit that 25 and that's it for that. Of course. My apologies, ma'am.
Don't feel bad, Elaine. I can be a little sensitive about my age too sometimes.
Isn't Fee literally 19 years old? What is she talking about?
Anyway, I'll go report to the guild for you. Have some fun, you two, okay?
What if after this we get unlock a connection event possibility with Elaine? I mean, we'd obviously be taking it. She can be such a tease. Ain't she something, though? Not every day a Jaeger from a famous corps like Zephyr joins the guild, let alone one trained by the Purple Lightning. Shows up and immediately helped out in Tharbad, and she's got a lot of room to get even better, I reckon. Agreed. At this rate, she may even surpass my records. Though, sometimes a dour expression crosses her face. She must miss her friends back in Erebonia dearly. Man, she went through a lot with them, so... Regardless, I must admit it's been a massive help to have her around, and I think she's beginning to settle in here little by little. Once a student council president, always a student council president. You don't get to say that. I was still only vice president when you were around, so Van didn't graduate with them. Psh, Renee did things differently, so it was up to you to play the perfect prez. Remember the play we did on the last day of the festival where you... Oh, you do not get to bring that up again. That was all your fault. What if they put on the Magical of White Magnolia? I highly doubt they would. I don't think Van's got the chops for that particular performance. Hey, isn't that... It's gotta be. I wonder what they're talking about. Sucks to be famous, huh? It has its pros and cons. When I introduce myself, sometimes I can make use of my reputation. It did help us out just then. Much like how you call yourself a Spriggan. True enough.
Knowing you, I imagine you've already eaten dinner.
Oh, she wants to go out to eat?
I had enough to hold me over. But I could go for a drink. Want to come with me?
Just like Jin said. A little after work, the Legion of Heroes trails through Daybreak. A little after work drink to catch up with Elaine. Alright. No wonder we got all those warnings. Wait, oh, he's helping her back?
Dingo, why won't you just listen to me? I need you with me at the Tyrell times.
Oh my god. If you look her up in the Orbal Dictionary, like, she'll be the one true definition for down bad.
Like I said, I'll leave the honest journalism to you. Sorry for the trouble, Bramati.
Oh, please. This is nothing. Don't you worry about a thing. Still, if you ask me, I think you're more than ready to leave the back alleys yourself. It's been 8 years, you know.
Oh, he's been at it for a while.
It's not a matter of how much time's passed. Besides, I feel like my current path suits me better at this point. You should be saying that to Van.
Speaking of...
Oh my! Is that him? Cheating on me with Shino?
Bramati is such a fun character.
I can't say I'm not jealous, but she's been refining her craft a lot lately.
And who's that with him?
Oh my, my!
Looks like our boy might finally be starting to move on.
I want to chase scoops together.
Here are the gimlet and grasshopper that you ordered.
Thanks. They've both got just the right amount of foam.
Your shaking technique has really improved, Shino. I'm impressed.
Oh.
Thank you for saying so. But I'm still not a patch on Bramati. Well, please enjoy your drinks.
Yeah, whatever drink. Van probably enjoys sweet drinks.
Ah, this is lovely. Still, I see you like even your cocktails sweet.
Hey, called it.
Well, not all the time. Come to think of it, I've shot back a few with Renee, but I guess this is my first time doing it with you, huh?
They've never gone out to get drinks together?
We were too young, remember? Although I suppose that didn't stop you at the school festival after party.
Oh, we are never going to see anything about... If there was underage drinking going on, Falcom is never going to depict that.
I got no idea what you're talking about.
I swear, you two are why they say boys will be boys.
Van is definitely... He's no goody two-shoes, though, that's for sure. Joshua, his thing was like, we're underage, we're not going to drink any alcohol. Considering someone has been avoiding me these past 4 years, we really haven't run into each other much. But come to think of it, we've ended up with a lot of shared acquaintances. Bramati, Shino, and I suppose even that actress qualifies now. Hey, don't look at me like that. She's just a client, that's all. It's just what happens when two folks work the same city. Especially when our jobs are like two sides of the same coin. I suppose you're right. Though what does that make Renee? Heads or tails? Probably whichever, depending on what it needs to be. He's the edge of the coin, or the guy with the coin in the palm of his hand. Good point. I thought he'd made a very fitting career choice when he decided to join the Ministry of Home Affairs before graduation. I never expected he'd end up transferring to the CID when it was established and become a rival of sorts. So all three of us are basically in the same line of work, but all working it from different angles. That's just the kind of guy he is. Like how he acts like a venerable older brother figure, even though he's only a year older than us. Incidentally, he seemed surprised when he learned I was joining the guild. Happily, he wasn't opposed either. He was like my only ally outside my circle of friends, after a certain someone disappeared. You really haven't changed at all these last 7 years. Or the last 15 for that matter. So they met each other when they were just 9. And then Van left when they were 16? 17. While we're talking about not changing, you do know it's your fault I ended up with such a sweet tooth, right? All you did was stuff a poor, impressionable Van full of chocolate and macarons from your family biz all the time. So that's why he likes sweet stuff. Perhaps. But Renee got just as stuffed and avoided sugar addiction, so I can only think you were doomed to end up this way regardless. I really don't remember you having this much of a sweet tooth when you were younger, though. Are you sure something didn't happen after? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to rip at old scars. After what? Because, you know what? I've actually literally never thought about Van's family before now, but now that he's talking about Elaine's, and he's never brought up his parents, something probably happened. Haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Still, I don't have any regrets about ending up this way. Adds a bit of fun to life. My employees always look at me funny, but if they're gonna complain about me loving sweet stuff, they can give theirs to me, I say. I still have mixed feelings about your career choice. It's the same thing, just a little shadier. But I've been feeling a little better about it lately, seeing the sort of people you're attracting. That's true. Van does have a lot of super up and up people in his corner. I really didn't expect you to end up with a student of Professor Hamilton working under you, though. Attracting is definitely the right word. It's like I'm a magnet for hard cases these days. Well, I guess Rosette's technically different since she's on loan from Marduk. I'm honestly shocked at just how much you seem to trust her. Not that I have any doubts about how capable she is, given her employer. Oh, she's capable, all right. And I know I can trust her. Just wish I could say the same about her bosses. Marduk. So shady you can see the shadow for Selge. You ain't got anything on them, do you? They're as much of an enigma to us as the society is, I'm afraid. Still, you're the one who has a contract with them. Good job signing away your soul to the Selge-Long shadow. She's got him there. Shino, bring me an Alexander, would you? I would like a white lady, please. I wonder if those are real drinks. Certainly. I mean, probably. The Tharbad Knight definitely wasn't, but there's no reason for these to be made up. Damn. I really wasn't expecting you to go and foot the bill. How's a guy supposed to look suave if you won't even let him pick up the check? I was the one who invited you here. And please, that idea is so old-fashioned it's covered in moss. You're going away next weekend with your team, right? If you really want to buy someone something nice, treat them instead. Besides, I'm sure you're already aware, but being an A-rank bracer pays rather well. Yeah, she is not hurting for cash. Jeez, rub it in some more, why don't ya? You can treat next time. How does that sound? You're on. The tab will be way bigger next time anyway. They are so adorable. I like them way more than I could ever like Lloyd and Ellie or Reen and Elisa. Not my precious babies, Estelle and Joshua, though. Could always call Renee, too. Oh, wait, I got a better idea. Let's save that for when we got someplace really expensive. In his line of work, the guy's probably loaded by now. Oh, you. They're so fun. I love them. I'm going to take a cab home. You're taking the subway back, right? Yeah. No buses run this late at night. Night, Elaine. Here's to a good working relationship from here on out. That will be entirely dependent on you. Good night, Van. So they're at least... He's not...
Van.
Oh, what's all this then? What's up?
Are you really going to go on that trip?
What is so special about Longlie? Is that where Van ran away to 7 years ago? What? When did she hail her taxi? What's gotten into... She'll probably say never mind.
It's nothing. I hope you have a good time.
What is up with Longlie?
Don't forget, you're a leader now. Don't get too carried away out there, okay?
Ha. What was that all about? Haven't seen her act like that since we were kids. Oh! Baby Van, baby Elaine, and baby Renee. It's been so long since we first met in Arasion, all those years ago. That's where they met? What were they doing over there? I think someone said Renee is from there, but she was the daughter of the biggest family in the area. Renee was the son of a government man slaving away his life away far from home, and sounds like she stopped talking to her family after joining the guild, though. Oh, that's what she meant! Only her friends supported her. Her family didn't want her to be in the guild. Maybe there's some kind of problem in her personal life she's not talking about. One that you would be fully aware of if you hadn't cut her out and started avoiding her. Not like it'll make up for what happened 7 years ago. But maybe I should talk to her about it sometime. It's just, oh my god, dude. The Legend of Heroes trails through Daybreak. You could not possibly get more vanilla white bread than Lloyd and Ellie, or Reen and Elisa. I'm sorry, I know they've got their fans, but it's just so much. You can just do so much more interesting stuff. Like,
okay, I'm gonna head out now.
Oh wow, I really should have read that. Okay, I'm gonna have to reload my save then.
We'll be right here when you get back. Be careful now. Take good care of her for us. We're counting on you.
I know. She's in safe hands with us. Wait, Yume is coming along?
Thank you for looking after her. If she starts being selfish or making a fuss, don't be afraid to give her a talking to.
Wait, we only had 6 tickets though, didn't we? Is someone not coming?
We want you to have lots of fun, but we also need you to be a good girl, okay? And don't forget to brush your teeth and use the bathroom before you go to bed.
I won't.
She's always a good girl. She'll be fine. We'll be sure to keep a close eye on her at all times. I'll be there for her too. I can help her pick out souvenirs or something. Dang!
So, what did you want to talk about?
Oh, well, you're probably gonna want to sit down.
Well,
Your the guy who would have been your son-in-law came by.
this conversation might take a while, so I think I'll go make us some coffee first.
Oh, that's why. So yeah, Yume couldn't be around for this. Woo! This car's the best! Isn't it? Little kids are so easy to please. And what's wrong with that? It's good to enjoy the little things in life. I'm glad the inn was understanding about her coming with us. Yeah, I was hoping we wouldn't have any issues since she's so young. Okay, I'm sure, there were 6 tickets, but I'm sure Longlai is not so exorbitantly expensive that it took three of some of the richest people in Calvert to afford 6 tickets. Van could definitely foot the bill. And sure enough, we didn't. The best inn in Longlai knows how to do right by its customers. It was considerate of you to propose that we look after her. Her guardians have much to discuss after all. I imagine they got right into it as soon as we left. Maxim may end up having to talk with Victor too. Oh, for sure. They're gonna have a thunderous reckoning. There's no shortage of things he's got to answer for. If he wants to be a part of their family, he's got to rebuild those burned bridges, brick by brick. And if he screws up and gets himself burned, I'll point and laugh my ass off. Family. Yeah, it can be pretty crazy. Oh. Ooh. So I guess we get 1 per trip, but those are nice. I really like those. I imagine, if they when they get around to remaking, the Erebonia games, we'll probably start getting those CG splash arts when people are, when we're going places by train. Out like a light already, huh? Well, it was an early morning for her. I'm not surprised she's tired. It's almost 9 a.m. You said we would be arriving around 12:30 if I recall. Somewhere around there, yeah. Since we got Yume with us, I'm planning on making a couple pit stops along the way. Oh? I wonder who's calling. Huh. I don't recognize this number either. Whoa, that's new! Oh!
Hello. Sorry for calling you so early in the morning.
Why did... She's called us before, though. Well, this is a surprise. Nina! Isn't she... She's an actress we handled a job for a while ago. Yeah, Catcher's coming along when a lot of interesting stuff happened before he joined up.
Oh, I didn't expect everyone to be with you. Wait, are you on the road?
Don't worry, Van's not the one driving. Yeah, but we're on a major one, so we can get a decent enough signal. We're actually gonna be out of town for a few days. You didn't have another job for us, did you? Oh, not quite. I really don't want to impose on you either. Well, why don't you just tell us what's up? Can't guarantee we'll be able to help, but I'd still like to hear you out before saying for sure. Alright, thank you. It's about Judith, you see. We haven't been able to get in contact with her for a few days now. A few days? And we just ran into her last night. Really? Do you think that's because... It's gotta be because of that story getting around. That's what I was thinking too. It's completely fabricated, so I wouldn't have expected her to get worked up about it. But the timing sets off a red flag. That's why I was hoping to ask you to look for her. This is Judith Lanster we're talking about, right? She's always struck me as the kind of person who'd let nothing get her down. Maybe the more someone appears to be that way, the more sensitive they are deep down? But wait! This is a total cheat! If we can't do the, if the request ends our night, it means we don't get that third connection point. Oh, and I missed out on seeing a movie too. But I probably cut all that stuff in before coming to here, just because that screwed us up. No, she's this super hard-headed lady who doesn't know when to quit. Fairy? Huh. Yeah, her outfit sure doesn't know. Her outfit sure doesn't know when to quit. What outfit? Oh, just ignore them. If she's still missing when we get back to the capital the day after tomorrow, we'll see what we can do. Until then, I'll give some of my contacts a call and check if they've heard anything. I would also be happy to look into what I can find on the Orbital Network. Oh, that sounds like more than enough. Thank you both. I don't think you should worry about her too much though, especially since we all know that article is made up. But if we learn anything, we'll be sure to let you know as soon as we can. Thank you, really. I appreciate you being so accommodating. So, after the intermission ends, our next chapter is going to be dealing with that probably. Seriously though, that Kinkster's tough as nails. I'm sure she'll be fine. You said you ran into her last weekend, didn't you, Van? Oh, it has been a few days. Okay, I had the timeline all effed up. Yeah, she was looking for proof that Maxim was involved in a crime. Seemed to get real down after I told her suspicions about him couldn't be more off. Kinkster? And what kind of crime? I'm having trouble following this conversation. You're missing a lot of context. That's hardly surprising. It's not that important, but hopefully we'll get the chance to fill you in at some point. Anyway, I'm gonna hit up Dingle and Bermati for starters. I'm too full to eat anymore. Go ahead and see what Long Lie's all about. The Legend of Heroes trails through Daybreak. So that next pit stop's over and done with. And so I think Long Lie's probably November 14th, 11:25 a.m. We got an hour to go. Whoa, those are big rocks. That's called a mountain range. I've seen photos of this one, but it's even more impressive in person. Right, this would have been a place where Reen trained at a whole bunch, I guess. There are two in this area. the Tian Shan Mountains in the north and the Ishgal Mountains in the south. And I think it's the Ishgal ones that Reen was in. Both serve as the dividing line between Central Zemuria and the east. Aren't they also known as the Solaris Mountains and the Kunlun Mountains? Yes, that's right. People from the east call them Solaris and Kunlun. But Tian Shan and Ishgal are the officially designated names at the behest of the church. Ah, I gotcha. She probably learned about that in class. It's weird to think that my homeland is just on the other side. It's basically a hop, skip, and a jump away. You'd have to jump pretty damn high to get over that mountain, though. Your home might as well be in a completely different world. So that's the game's way of telling us we are not going there anytime soon. Huh? Someone broken down? Oh, nope. Aha. Does Van recognize him? Well. Whoo! That bike was super duper cool! Man, I'd kill for a ride like that. I thought I saw the Etwas label on it. G'day. That man was riding one of the high-end models they released in the spring. So Van's gearheadedness has started rubbing off on everybody. You have to be quite large to ride one of those, and he was exactly that. Indeed, he had an impressive physique for a man of his age. Why the long face, Van? What's wrong? Are you carsick or something? Nah, nothing like that. I just got a bit of trauma with guys who ride around on big bikes. Oh, and I ain't talking about Hermes. She's been a huge help. This issue's exclusive to dudes. The direwolf really did a number on your psyche, huh? Something about that dude makes me want to deck him in the face. Maybe it's the shades. I mean, you probably would not get very far. In a one-on-one fight, Aaron is getting cleaned up by Walter. That is inadvisable, Mr. Wei. He has been labeled as an S-Class threat by the Marduk Company. Yes, exactly. What? You're acquainted with an S-Class threat? Your choice of clientele is atypical, to say the least. You're just now learning that, Katra? There's no way it could be him. What a joke. This ain't even my hometown, and here I am getting all nostalgic over this shit. Van looks to be lost in thought. Well, he is smiling, so maybe I shouldn't worry. I don't know. The Legend of Heroes trails through Daybreak, and now should be Long Lie. Way over here. And this was only a couple hours away? Well, I guess if you spend 6 hours on the road, you can get through a whole bunch of different states. So I guess I should think of it as something like that. November 14th, 12:32 p.m.
We're here!
So this is Long Lie.
Wow, I've never seen anything like this.
It is friggin' majestic. It's got a whole different kind of eastern vibe compared to Longport. It's like an idyllic town nestled in the mountains. That white smoke is steam from the springs, I assume. It certainly has a distinctive smell to it. Yeah, that's the smell of sulfur. It's a big part of being near a spring. Our lodgings are down to the right across the river. Let's go drop our stuff off before we do anything else. Yes. There's so much stuff I've never seen before here. It's so awesome. Everything smells so good, too. There's grilled skewers and mochi, and what are those things with leaves wrapped around them? Damn, starved much? Those are called zongji. Actually, I'm starting to feel hungry myself. Same here. I know we had a little bit to eat at that pit stop, but I could use a real meal. Lunch is going to be waiting for us at our lodgings, though, isn't it? Yes, that should have some of the local cuisine, too. There it is. No need to rush, I guess. Oh, what are those? They're so hot, and they're super black, too. What are they, charcoal buns or something? I don't know what they are either. Maybe some kind of manto? They smell so sweet and fragrant, and Yume's right about that color. That lustrous black really makes them stand out. Huh, I see I've got your interest. These here are... Van is probably going to cut in and tell us. Hot spring manto made using bamboo charcoal. And apparently charcoal is safe to eat. They've got black sesame jam inside and they're as tasty as they look. But they fill you up fast. You won't have any room for lunch if you have one now. How about I buy some for everyone later? They look so good. I guess we gotta wait if lunch is soon, but we have to come back here later. Well, you certainly know your stuff, young man. I'll be waiting. Longlai's known far and wide for its tea leaves, too. She's like, don't forget to buy some stuff from us. How about trying some of our confections made from them? Our matcha ice cream has been a hot seller lately. Honestly, I really don't get the hype with matcha. I think matcha just tastes kind of... It's not a flavor I would go back to. Wait, matcha ice cream? That's a thing now? Van probably would like it, but... How do you make something so bitter taste like... Now I gotta try it. Yeah, see? Can we? What happened to lunch? I've never seen someone lose all brain function when it comes to sweets the way he does. And with saunas and cars, too. Dude's just insufferable. If we have to wait, you have to wait. We'll already be coming back here after lunch for the manto, yes? I'm guessing that says Longlai Inn? Oh! This place looks so fancy. Yeah, this is pretty top class. Indeed, it has a quiet elegance and beauty to it. I can't imagine how expensive it is to normally stay here. We're staying for free, right? I almost feel guilty about that now. Welcome. You must be Mr. Arkwright and his party? Yeah, that's right. 6 adults and a child. We have been expecting you. Welcome to the Hekenzanro Inn. We will be happy to carry your belongings to your rooms. You can have your lunch as soon as you wish after that. Really? Nice. Thanks, guys. Someone wasted no time making himself at home. So are we gonna... We'll probably get like some Longlai costume outfits here. Whoa, this room is so nice! Not so much as a spot of dust in sight, and the furnishings are rather extravagant as well. Can we share a bed on Yes, please? Fairy and Rosette can sleep in our bed too. I don't think there's enough space for all that. The beds do look wide enough, so I don't see the harm in that. Maybe we could have a special Samue party instead of a pajama party for the occasion too? Samue? What are those, Chinese kimonos or something? I don't know what that is, but I'm down. I would be happy to join in. So I'm with you two? What'd you expect? You the kind of guy who can only sleep when he's by himself? No, that's not it. I should have seen this coming, honestly. Aw, did Whittle Quaddy want to be with the girls? Always gotta watch out for the quiet ones, because there's a hungry wolf somewhere under there, huh? Don't call me Whittle Quaddy ever again, and I'm not a wolf! Whatever, I'm fine with this arrangement. I'll try not to snore. Anyway, who's up for lunch? Ooh, Bao, probably. Oh man, I don't think my taste buds have ever been this happy. My mouth is bursting with flavor. It's called Mitao Mengji. It's a local dish here in Longlai. The chicken is soaked in peach alcohol before being stir-fried and served in a garlic and soy sauce. Whoever thought of this is a genius. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. The chicken's so tender, and it's got that sweet peach quality to it you can't resist. The flavor's distinctive enough while still being subtle. I'd call it a perfect blend of sweetness, fragrance, and juiciness. The chef here must be a real pro. The zongji is so good! Careful, it's also getting all over you. Now we can go ahead and... That was amazing! Yeah, my mouth is in heaven right now. And it sounds like whatever they have in store for dinner tonight is going to be even better. It's going to be a traditional Eastern kaiseki meal served in courses. Kaiseki? What's that? It's kind of one of those pretentious meals that are all about presentation. Though in this case, I'm sure the Eastern cuisine's as good as it looks. It's more of a Far Eastern thing than what I'm used to. Something I've noticed, by the way, but how do you know so much about everything here, Van? Yeah, Van, how are you so familiar with all of this stuff already? I was wondering the same thing, actually. This isn't the first time you've showed us around somewhere. But it feels like you know this place far too well to have just come here for work. I was hoping you wouldn't pick up on that. I lived here a few years back. Van lived in Longlai? Really? When was that? When I was 19, for about half a year. It was more for training than for fun, though. That explains it, then. I suppose that must have been a while after he separated from Elaine and Mr. Kincaid? So back when you were my age, huh? Hard to believe your memory's still sharp enough to remember what happened over a decade. It was only 5 years ago, damn it! But yeah, I should be able to play tour guide for you guys just fine. Anyway, like I said earlier, we're gonna split up for 2 hours. Go ahead and sightsee, go for a stroll, grab something else to eat. The guidebook we got from the inn should help you around. Try and avoid going around alone though, especially you, Yums. You always gotta be with someone. Aye aye, sir! If there's anything you would like to see, I would be happy to accompany you. There's so much I want to check out. I don't know where to start. What did you have in mind, Agnes? I know I want to see the temple, but I'm not sure whether or not to go there first. Drink, play, and buy is my game plan. There's got to be a spot for mahjong here, right? Even if there is, it's not going to be in any tour guide. I guess I should help them around some before they get themselves in trouble. Ooh, select 2 additional members to accompany Van. They can be swapped out later using the computer in the room. So we ran around with... We went with Agnes and Fairy, so this time we're going to go with... Let's go with Aaron and Yume. That should be fine. But, okay, we're going to go ahead and run around the joint. That's all going to be next time, though, so definitely join me then for more of The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak. Bye for now, guys.